So Jake Paul won for Puerto Rico. And I'm gonna say that as a Puerto Rican. I'm gonna tell. Hold on. Wait, let me cook.
Welcome to our newest segment. How Latina are you? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Moon Piece Podcast, where we talk about anime, nerdy things, all things in between. I have a special guest with us today. We have Gabe.
Why you said it like that though?
What?
Why you said special guest?
You are
you
special.
That's interesting.
You are my special.
Wow, you are my special.
You don't think you're special?
What's up?
Some of you may know him as SmileBomb on the interwebs.
Yeah.
But we have Smile with us, and we also have my co-host as usual, Kimmy.
Hey yo.
And Daniel-san.
Hello, everyone.
Daniel-san.
So let's just get into it, man. Kimmy, what are you watching? What are you playing? What's going on?
Okay, so I finally finished Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
Super happy.
your year-long journey.
I did, yeah.
How did it go?
It was great. I liked it. Apparently, I heard there's movies now.
There's about one or two.
Yes. So those are the only things I haven't seen, but the actual season itself, it's been good. I liked it. Crazy ending. It wasn't until afterwards that I was like, oh, spoiler alert. I can't really say anything because it's been like, what, 20 years?
He dies.
He dies. Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Exactly. I was like, it didn't give me the impression he dies because I thought he was going to die 20 times throughout the whole series, and he didn't. So, like, I don't know. It's an anime. Maybe he didn't.
It's the life of a cowboy.
Yeah.
You never know. So that was great.
So what's like, do you think it kind of lived up to the hype for being called like a classic all this time?
I think so. It was good. I enjoyed it. Very weird. I do say we should have those kinds of like weird weekly, you don't know what's going on, like it's not one continuous plot line. It's just kind of like whatever is going on stories. You know, you don't see too many anime like that anymore. So I like it.
How would you rate the series?
I think I want to give it an 8 out of 10 because it's like it's just chill.
That intro's fire.
Intro fire throughout the whole season. Like everything
Never gets old.
Exactly. All the jazz.
And now you can appreciate our podcast intro a little bit better.
I know.
Before we had the intro, she's like, I don't know what that is.
I knew that it was based on it ish, you know.
How do you feel about Cowboy
characters.
Bebop?
Yeah.
That shit is mid.
Oh.
Really?
Nah.
He
pretty
does
good.
like to go with random takes, so you'll never know.
Cowboy Bebop is pretty good. The only issue is that anybody trying to watch it today is going to be like, why is there no follow through throughout the entire series? So it's like a little hard for some people to get into because it's just a lot when it's 26 episodes and you're like, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
But I mean, I love Cowboy Bebop. I mean, the music's amazing.
Did you guys watch the live action?
No, of course not. I would never watch a single live action ever. Disrespectful.
I watched like the first episode and I said, I'm good.
I saw the trailer and I was like,
it's not the worst
Let me ask you
live
this
action
question.
I've ever seen.
You've never seen a live action good, so why keep trying?
That's not
the
true.
One Piece live action was good.
It's good.
All right, I'm done with this podcast.
Buddy, yo,
It's good.
Avatar wasn't bad either.
What was?
Avatar is not really an anime.
Avatar live action was bad. I thought we agreed.
No, you agreed. I liked it.
I never watched
it. Wasn't terrible.
Live
I also
actions
watched
are
the first
so bad.
episode and said, I'm good. Oh my God.
I liked it. It wasn't terrible.
Well, because in my head, I was just like, I literally can just go watch the cartoon. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just nice to see some things in live action.
Have you? Oh, sorry. No, what were you gonna say?
No, the problem with live action is just like trying to like translate what is written in a very Japanese tone, which has a very specific way of delivering emotions, types of things they would say, analogies, just does not translate to a Western audience. So when you swap that, try to do that translation and everything, it's just weird. It's like, I mean, try to, for example, using the One Piece live action, which it was mid. All right, anybody sitting there glazing it is sure it was the best live action, but where's the bar on the floor?
The
That's
bar,
true.
we all knew the bar was in hell, though.
Bar
We know
is
the
down
bar is in
there.
hell.
Oh my God, they didn't mess it up.
Hey,
wow,
man.
so it's better. But like Luffy and Inoki, like I love that guy, but Luffy in a real world context to watch on screen is cringe.
100%.
Cringe
Yeah,
because Luffy anime characters for the most part cannot exist outside of the realm of anime unless like Rurouni Kenshin's live action, which nobody's seen.
The Death of live
which
action
is
is pretty good.
Really good.
Which one?
The old not the Netflix, not the
I was about
Netflix.
to say, sir.
Death Note live action.
I was like,
Really?
with the
The
Naked Brother
Japanese
band?
2008 live action.
I never watched
I don't know if you guys
I
ever
know
watched
there
it.
was one.
Sure.
That one was good.
Have you
Not
seen
the
Rurouni
Netflix.
Kenshin's live action?
No, I haven't.
That's just pretty much a samurai show. So like it's like perfect. It's like old school Japan. I would recommend that over anything.
So Japanese So anime turned into live action does not do well. What
No.
about any other forms of animation turned into live action? For instance, I don't know if you guys have seen the clip of How to Train Your Dragon. Live
Oh
action.
yeah.
You're not gonna watch. Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course.
It looks good.
I've never seen How to Train Your Dragon.
I've seen a lot of the Disney live actions. I'm excited for the Moana live action.
No, Sonic the Hedgehog. Come on, Jim Carrey.
Sonic was for the
Stop.
people.
Yeah.
Sonic is for the people.
It's campy.
Sonic is for the community.
Yeah.
Sonic's for the streets.
I mean, you watched the Knuckles show, which that was your bad. We told you not to watch that.
Multiple times.
I know.
That didn't make the podcast actually when you was flaming.
Oh my
it.
God,
You want to
that's
reflame it
true.
again?
Yes, absolutely. The Knuckles show was absolute dog shit, as many people know.
We told her many times, "Hey, watch the first 2 movies, but don't watch that Knuckles show." She's
I
like,
know.
"I have to."
I not because I wanted to, but literally, like my bestie was like, "No, we gotta watch it. We gotta watch it just to see how it is, and if it's bad, it's bad." And
That's
we're
like
okay.
saying Shadow the Hedgehog's video game was good, which it wasn't.
But-
So you just had to. You just had to do it. You just had to go watch it.
I had
Knuckles,
to.
the echidna.
Literally, it wasn't even about Knuckles. It was 3 episodes of maybe kind of Knuckles, and then the rest was like his Jewish friend Wade. It was the Wade show. That's all it was. Him and his family.
If you have an IP or a show that starts making a whole bunch of side shows, just know they're all bad by default.
Oh yeah,
They're never
I
good.
think we got proven that like
Marvel.
very hard. Yeah, there we go.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Because Danny won't watch a single thing on.
I have
Marvel.
not watched
Marvel.
a single Marvel TV show.
You can't take many side characters and make them super interesting and have a whole show
no one
about.
cares.
Yeah.
I don't know. Agatha all along kind of ate, so
It,
it
did you
ate.
watch it?
I didn't have to.
Oh no.
I watched it on YouTube and I watched the reviews.
No.
They were like, "It's trash."
Oh no, absolutely not. I was,
Neurotic.com.
Agatha all along is entertaining. I think it's entertaining. It's really
I think after I saw which one was the one with Scarlet Witch, she started nuking everybody.
yeah.
That's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
talking about the movie or the show.
No,
Yeah.
there was a show with Scarlet Witch. She starts going crazy.
Oh,
No, that's
WandaVision.
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 That's the first one. That's the very
That's
first show.
good.
After WandaVision, WandaVision,
WandaVision.
I was like,
I think I wee like WandaVision.
"You wee like WandaVision?" I was like, "This is kind of cool, but it kind of Disney and Marvel ended for me when Tony died." So we're out of there right there. I think the only things I watch
that
are Spider-
anymore. You know, he's coming back.
Well, Doctor Doom.
That's different,
Doctor
yeah.
Doom is gonna be Doctor Delectable.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be
see how
very
that goes.
delicious.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Are you
No.
insane?
Yeah.
I'd
Do
like
you
to-
understand? Hold on.
I have faith.
Victor Von Doom on camera with Robert DJ.
But it's Robert DG as him. I
Yeah,
just
it's
don't
not
the
want it.
same.
I don't want it.
I don't want it either. They
I don't
could've
want
gotten
it.
anybody.
You don't see
I
the
have
vision.
faith. I have faith.
You don't see the vision. They didn't believe in him when he was Iron Man. They just said, "All right, we're gonna put this."
Nobody believed in Iron Man. That's
exactly.
why.
So let the
Touche.
man cook.
I was astounded when everybody started clamoring for Iron Man and Captain America and Thor. I said, "What?" I mean, I get it. It was for a fan base that didn't know shit about comics, but like, as somebody who was into Marvel stuff for mad long, I'm like, these are your kings. These are the guys.
RDJ is the GOAT.
I was wrong. Obviously,
Yeah.
it did work, but totally didn't.
Has
think
he
a
ever
bunch
let
of
you down?
C-tier characters.
Did you watch Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder.
So you
actually-
always gotta put faith.
Tropic
What?
Thunder. He might be the only person to ever get away with blackface on camera.
You gotta let
Yeah.
him rock.
Then-
What do you
He
mean,
can play
you
anything.
people?
What do you mean? That word
I'm
is
a
held
dude
us
playing
down.
a dude disguised as another
Yo,
dude.
damn! I didn't think I'd do the words like that.
No, I love
It's a
Tropic
classic.
Thunder.
It's kept us down for 400 years.
Tom Cruise
Grits.
as like the management guy.
Yo, what
was
won't Tom
hilarious.
Cruise do, bro?
That's
I can't
Mr.
believe there's
Reliable.
another Mission Impossible coming.
Bro,
out.
It's the
Insane.
final
You
one,
know what, man?
supposedly.
Bro, he always delivers. You will always get a hit movie in the theater with Tom Cruise.
It's
It's
not
proven.
the final one.
It's
bro.
like
What
every
about
movie.
Vanilla Sky?
It says it's the
No.
final, but who knows?
So
There you go.
there's two things I'll know that will sell a movie. One, you got Tom Cruise. Two, is Brad Pitt eating in the movie?
Is Brad Pitt
What?
eating?
I'm
Brad
100%.
Pitt eating in
Do
the
you see
movie?
Bradley William Peterson moving that jaw,
What?
eating snacks?
So
if he is sitting there eating in the movie,
The movie's
it
good.
will do good.
Inglorious Bastards, Ocean's 11,
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Yeah.
If
Fight
he's
Club.
not eating in the movie, it usually doesn't do good. Meet Joe Black
sure.
eating that peanut butter like it was gourmet.
What?
Okay, well, go watch all the movies Brad Pitt eats, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, these movies really did really well." Wow, or like this movie was
I don't know
super
what it
enjoyable.
is.
I'm telling you, it's when you see a good-looking man eating, you picture yourself
Enjoying his food.
You're like,
I mean, he's kind of a terrible person. So
Is
like,
he?
Yeah, he actually beat the shit out of Angelina Jolie and all their children. They all disowned him. Every
What?
single
What
one of
was
his
that?
children have disowned him. I don't know if you
The
guys
more
knew
you
that.
know.
I've never heard of that story.
You just
Yeah.
changed the whole
Is
tone
that
of this.
verified?
Yeah,
Well, look.
I was like, Yeah.
Oh my, I've never
I'm
heard that
talking about
either.
the artist
They've
formerly
all-
known.
The artist formerly known.
He used to eat. He used to be cool. Not anymore. That's he's
They did call him Führer Brad.
Whee.
Führer Brad.
What?
What
You were
that?
a bad.
Glorious Bastards? What?
Well, it's being funny. 'Cause,
Un
like,
Führer.
you know, Full Metal Alchemist, Führer Bradley.
Oh,
The
okay.
Morena.
That went right over my head.
Kimmy,
man.
what else you watching?
I'm rewatching season 1 of Arcane. I was like, we going back.
So am I.
We're gonna see. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
y'all
like,
really
we
went
gotta
back.
see- It's been 3
I
years,
have to.
bro.
It's still so good.
Yeah.
It's still so good.
But that's all for me. What you got?
I am currently watching Survivor season 47 still. My number one guy just got voted off the fucking island.
Who's your
and
guy?
His name was Saul. He was a really easygoing guy. I really enjoyed it.
He's just a chill guy.
Yeah, no,
He's
he
just
just
a
like
chill
took a
guy.
lot. He
Guy.
took a lot on the chin. You know, he had this one guy, Rome, who was just doing the absolute most on the season, giving him a hard time for those first few episodes, like constantly getting in his face, never leaving him alone. The guy's like, "Yo, bro, can you chill?" He's like, "No, I don't have to chill. I'm on Survivor. I'm gonna follow you wherever you go." It was just super
Damn,
weird.
Saul was
uncomfortable.
just trying to be a chill guy.
Yeah.
They
it
don't
was
want chill. They want crazy.
We're all a chill guy. But just I love that meme. Have you seen that meme?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy
dog with the pocket.
Where's that dog from? Arthur or something?
No.
I don't know. I've never seen
No
him.
guy,
I've
bro.
never seen it.
So you
Bro.
can
But
see
it's just
original
started being
character,
everywhere.
bro. It's original character.
Honestly, bro, every single one that they come up with, I'm like,
Fire.
just like me for real.
Just like you
just
for
like
real.
me for real, bro.
You taste it.
I was-
Another thing that I was watching recently, which is a follow up on our last episode, because I know a lot of you are wondering, that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
Ugh.
Why-
I did.
why really?
I lost my money.
No one was wondering.
Oh,
yeah.
Nobody was
Oh, no.
wondering. Like nobody even
I
asked
remembered,
about it.
yeah, you did bet on it. So
no, I lost my money.
you ain't lose that much.
Listen, that was a terrible fight.
I
Honestly, like
told-
watching it was a little sad.
I
Terrible.
told you, bro. I was like, I think Jake is probably gonna win this, bro.
yeah.
It wasn't because I don't think Mike could fight. It's just that because I don't know shit about fighting. But like I was just like, bro, been doing all these kind of gimmicks and everything like that. Like I can't sit here and really bet on true talent to like win the day right now.
Which
So,
apparently, did you guys hear he had internal bleeding not too long ago? Like,
Who?
yeah, Mike Tyson
Mike
tried for his
Tyson?
life.
Yo,
Yeah, I
what
didn't
was
know
he
that.
doing in that ring?
Is-
I just want to bring this up because we overlooked this during the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, right? Because Puerto Rico got robbed that night in the fight beforehand.
I
What?
heard.
But I just want to say,
What do you mean?
oh, you know about this? So
With
the
the-
fight, I think it was Serrano. I forgot what the person's
the
name was.
girly, right?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
cooking her all night, and then she just
Okay.
lost. The
And
whole
she
crowd
lost.
was booing. For like,
Booing, yeah.
It was the fight of the night. Like it was
Apparently, yeah.
insane.
Her versus the Irish girl, right?
Yeah, who was like an
Yeah.
Olympic gold medalist. So all she did was headbutt the whole fight. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, are we serious right now?
No, yeah.
Was it an MMA fight or was
No,
it
boxing,
no, it was right
boxing. But
before.
she's known to fight dirty, which you can fight dirty in boxing. But like, literally, the audience was booing till they left the ring. But more importantly, this is what no one was thinking about. All right. So Jake Paul won for Puerto Rico, and I'm gonna say that as a Puerto Rican. I'm telling.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Wait, let me cook.
Welcome to our newest segment.
Let me
How
cook.
Latina are you?
Let me cook. All right. So Jake Paul been living in Puerto Rico for a while. He's fighting out of El Dorado. His nickname is El Gallo. El Dorado. He's the Golden Rooster. He is repping PR. He could have said fighting out of by way of Ohio. No, he said Puerto Rico. We got a W that night, and it's fine. We're gonna take it.
Y'all want to take that W?
I'm
That's
taking
a
that
hot
W.
Want to claim
take.
it?
I'm taking it. Jake Paul is more Puerto Rican than Puerto Ricans I know.
And just like that, Gabe
I
now
think you're
specific-
disrespecting
bro,
Puerto Rico
that guy-
hard like that.
that boy
I know
grew-
Puerto Ricans personally that have never even touched the island. Jake Paul's been there.
his eyes are blue,
In the
so I don't
streets,
know if y'all want to
Yeah.
I'm the only one in my family with this. It's kind of crazy.
Bro's a mutation.
he's the lightest skin
Straight
tone
up.
one.
It's a
Straight up.
mutation.
My dad looks just like you. It's his nuts. But like, I'm telling you, listen.
He said, "Whose white baby is
I think
this?"
we need to naturalize Jake Paul as a Puerto Rican.
Let's
okay?
not do that to Puerto Rico. They lost enough.
I don't think.
He's
I don't know.
rocking.
I've been seeing a lot of Puerto Ricans online, and none of them want to claim that.
because no one's thinking about it. No one's thinking about
third
it.
eye's not open.
I'm telling you, this is good. He's gonna come out with Bad Bunny at the next one, and we're gonna eat.
No, I don't know. About
Benito
that.
will pull out, but for enough money.
Speaking of the next one, though, I did see something online that Andrew Tate said that he would challenge Jake Paul after that legal stuff is over.
Why?
Why?
Why are we still?
That's what he
like,
drew. He's like, why?
Why are we talking about the top G?
Because the internet just wants to see two
Nobody
people beat the
talks
shit
about
out of
him.
each other.
Why?
especially
would
two
you even-
terrible people. So
Two
That's
ter-
Two
true.
terrible people.
People are gonna watch it.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
Now, hold on.
unfortunately-
Wait, hold on. Do we hate Jake Paul because he's cringe? Because he doesn't have the same kind of controversies as his brother Logan Paul, who scams people religiously, or do we just hate Jake Paul for,
Buy in.
for
they're
a
the
good
same
reason?
person to me.
Mm.
I'm a
The
vibes
same
guy.
vibes guy.
I'm a vibes guy.
The vibes guy.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm a first impression kind
Your
of guy.
first impression kind of guy, but you never met him.
Which
No,
one
but
was the
I
one
see
that?
him.
Which one was the one that posted the dead person?
That's Logan.
That's Logan.
Logan.
That's the guy with scamming via crypto,
Yeah.
dead bodies,
Lunchley.
Lunchley.
Oh, that's him. Okay.
That's the guy
Yeah.
who cooks people
Was
religiously.
Jake the one on Disney Channel?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
With
Which
the
I
Disney
didn't know.
Channel flow.
Which I didn't know.
every
I thought
day,
that was
bro.
I didn't know where he came from, honestly. But the people
Because
I
just
literally
pop-
found out today he was on Disney
Yeah,
Channel.
Logan's the Vine guy, and Jake. Is,
It's funny because one is the problem child and one is the what child? The nightmare child? Like I don't like what it's thing one and thing two together.
is Dennis the Menace.
Dennis
You
the
know what
Menace. I
Dennis
like
the
that.
Menace is.
But what else are you watching?
So Gladiator 2 came out last weekend, so I rewatched the original.
That came out already.
Yes.
So I
was like,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. You got tapped in?
Listen,
You not ready?
I'm not like a Denzel guy, so I don't
It's
know.
not even about
it's
Denzel.
not even about
Pedro Pascal's in it.
Oh,
loves me
yeah,
some
that's
Pedro
true.
Pascal. Did you
So-
see it?
I knew this.
No. I watched the first one because I haven't watched it in literally like 20 years, and
Yeah.
I don't count things that I watched over 20 years ago as things I've watched.
Yeah.
So I wanted to refresh my memory.
Expiration date.
What?
Yeah, I
There's an expiration day on your memory?
100%.
So did you even live as a kid at one point?
I
Sometimes
think so.
no.
I don't know. I could be AI. We could all be
That's
AI.
insane. That's
programs
a
talking to each other.
Because like
right
you
now.
watched your childhood happen, but it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, man.
That was somebody
Fuzzy now.
else.
All right.
It's all just like recycling.
The-
Did your first
the-
kiss even happen? Are you still a virgin at this point? Like, because
I
you
might
watched
be.
it happen.
I might.
So is that like a new like reset? We can just say if it's like 10, 20 years and like you're just brand new.
You're giving me
All
too
right.
much to process right
you
now.
do lose your skin cells
I'm gonna
every
hit you
couple
with-
of years. So
I was gonna say every like 15, 7 years you are a new person.
Stop.
What do you mean? Like
Because your skin is already
skin
all
is
changed.
changing.
Your
Oh,
hair-
I know your taste
everything
buds
is
changing
brand
shit.
new.
no,
No,
not
your
your
skin
taste
cells.
buds.
No,
No,
like
your skin cells.
your body.
Your
Jesus,
body.
What are
There's
we,
a new you.
reptilians?
Yeah.
Are you telling me we're reptilians?
Well, no, we're
Bro,
shedding
we had,
skin.
bro.
Yeah.
When you shot out the gun, it was like this. You know, like that's a tail.
That's true.
That's what has a tail. Reptilians.
What happened to our tails?
You got rid of them because
We
it was slowing
evolved
us
fast.
down.
We
Just gotta think. We weren't in trees anymore, bro.
Yeah, that's not. We didn't want it to be a weakness.
Underwater
anymore.
too. We didn't need it anymore.
But yeah, Gladiator 2, I'm going to watch it this weekend. I'm really excited. The first movie still fucking slaps.
Bet.
Jesus Christ, that movie's a classic. I didn't realize how many awards that shit won back in the day.
Dude, is there no one else
Dude,
On the
are you
Black
not
Album.
entertained?
on the Jay-Z Black
That's
album?
where that's from.
Yes.
I thought that was
Bro.
300.
Are you not in Brooklyn?
I've never seen.
Are you from Brooklyn?
Yes,
Are you from New York even?
I was born at the hospital right here.
I saw that. I saw that. I was like, I like that. That's there. You know?
It's a.
It's an option.
It's fit. It's an option.
option.
Like
It's an option.
I don't have to like Uber
Yeah, you just go
or
next door.
ambulance. Like I just gotta just limp, and I'll be alright.
Yeah, you're still limping. Please use that icy hot.
I got you. I'm gonna use it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna use
yeah,
it. Got a bad foot, guys. Welcome to 33, injuring my body.
You got
Well, he injured
jaundice?
his body like 4 months ago, and he's still suffering the effects of that.
Well, no. I was fine up until like last week.
Yeah,
And then
bro.
he tripped.
That's why you
Oh,
were
nothing.
stripping.
I was stripping.
No, he's out there on these streets.
It always need a
stunting.
pole, bro.
Listen, man, the economy right now, I need it.
Gotta start
I
twerking.
need it.
Mhm.
Are you watching Abbott Elementary right now?
I love Abbott. I'm
Dude,
always
this
watching
season's
Abbott,
so
bro.
good. Season 4?
They've gotten so much better at just letting the characters really be themselves and like the
Mm.
jokes they leading into it, like way more. And it's just, I love this show, bro. Because like, I didn't love The Office. I'm not really a fan of the mockumentary style,
Mhm.
but what Abbott does, it might help because they all black.
Yeah.
Like it's all like very minority driven jokes with like a
Mhm.
couple white people. But are you
Well,
caught up?
I
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
catch
I just
up.
watched the most recent episode where they had the deli.
Mm.
Okay, no, there was an episode last night. I didn't watch that. I thought you
Oh,
meant that one. The deli one was
damn.
mad funny. Yeah.
I gotta catch up. The only thing I saw was that one clip about what is the principal Ava?
Ava.
When she's seeing
I
the
love
white
her.
kid and she's like, "There's a ghost here." Seeing the white
That's from,
child
like,
for the first
last
time.
season.
No,
right?
no, that's,
Oh,
the,
no,
that's the
this
first
season.
episode of this
Yeah.
season
First episode
because the
of this
golf
season.
course comes
Yeah.
into the.
Oh,
into
So
yeah,
play.
I need to catch up. But
And
I'm just really looking forward to January because they announced that January is where they're going to do the It's Always Sunny crossover with Abbott, and I'm so excited.
I've never watched It's Always Sunny, so
Me
I don't even
neither.
know. I know that they're fucking nuts.
You watch TV.
He's like,
he
damn.
do.
I-
He actually
Guy
does.
watches TV.
Honestly, I'm about to like cut some things off because I don't want to like.
This is
Yeah,
why we said we
let's
let him
not.
go first because we know that he's gonna have.
He's got a little
the
list
most.
like Santa Claus. You going
I
through
don't know
cross
how he has a
Alright,
list
list it
every
quick.
episode.
1, 2,
I'm
3.
currently rewatching Broad City with my girlfriend.
Oh,
That
okay.
show-
That was
We all
funny.
feel-
That show still holds up in my opinion.
I used to watch a little
never
bit.
used to watch it. I've just seen like it in passing when other people be watching it.
I
It's
saw
a
the-
great background.
I saw
show.
the pegging episode and I was like,
Oh,
Jesus
cinema.
I
Christ.
love.
And then I never watched it again.
Black meat on white
She
street.
starts dating this guy who she's had a crush on in her apartment building for the longest time. It's Abby. It's the more awkward one. And the guy, they're having sex, and she's like, he says to her, he's like, "Oh, do you want to switch?" And she's like, yeah, sure, I'm totally down, right? And so he gets off of being on top of her, goes into his drawer, and pulls out
And he turns
a
around
strap-on.
and he's like, "You ready?" And she's like, "Wait."
Oh, I seen this before. This clip.
It was
So
iconic back in
she
the day.
like she's so taken aback. She's like, oh, and he's like, oh, you meant switch positions. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. This is so awkward. So whatever, they do. She pegs the guy, and then the next day she spends the day in his apartment.
No. She calls her friend and was like, "What the fuck do I do?" And her friend is like,
Bitch.
gets down, fucking twerks, and she's like, "I prayed for days like these. Go do it, girl. Do it for the squad. Do it
And
for
do
us."
it for my grandma that just died, who lived her life to the fullest. So you better do it for her. So whatever. The next they do it. She does it. The next day, she's like cleaning his apartment, and because she like lives across the hall, and he's like, "You can stay here all day if you want." He takes her. She takes his dildo and puts it in the dishwasher. And when she pulls it out, that shit's like super bent.
Oh
so she
my
spends like the whole day trying to
God.
find a replacement dildo strap on for
See,
him.
I don't remember that part.
And she brings it back to him, and they're about to have sex, and she's like, "Oh, I'm ready." She puts it on. She walks out of the bathroom. She's like, "Let's go." And he sees that. He's like, "That's not my Shinjao." And she's like, "What the fuck is a Shinjao?" She's like, "That's the brand of my dildo. Like, you expect me to put that knockoff into my ass?" And she's like, "What are we talking about right now?" He's like, "You don't understand where I'm coming from. You gotta go."
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
Crazy.
It's a good show. You guys,
No, I believe you, bro.
Yeah.
I was just like, that was just a crazy story.
It was great.
I gave it 2 episodes and I said, "Yeah, I'm out."
That's all. Yeah, that was.
no, I
fun.
love it. Have you guys ever watched My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
No.
I
Long
just
time
watched it
ago.
for the first time last year.
I just watched it like for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Wild.
That shit's
never-
actually good.
It's actually really good.
It's
What's
very
so
old.
funny? I don't even know who.
It was one of
Who's
those
in
shows
that?
that used to be all the time on
Nobody.
ABC Family.
Nobody's
No
in it.
heavy hitters.
Kimmy, can we just talk about how the main character's parents, the age discrepancy was unreal. You have like this 70-year-old man married to this clearly like 45-year-old woman.
That's
Yeah, it
fire.
was like-
It's crazy.
Let it rock. Let it rock. You know
It's
what
just
she's
it's
doing?
just weird. It's just a little weird, but it is what it is.
that
We're
right
next on
there.
everything.
This movie from like
That
97?
right there ain't weird.
But yeah,
It was
it's
old.
Yeah.
It was old.
A 70-year-old man getting robbed by a 40-year-old woman is not weird. That's the smart business.
getting robbed.
Getting robbed. That's just
He
smart
had no
business.
money, trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, she was hoping he should get hit with that life support. You know, I mean, that life insurance.
So
Life insurance.
funny.
Put her on the contribution. What's it called? That's what I'm looking for.
What?
Benefactor. Beneficiary.
Yeah.
Beneficiary.
Beneficiary,
There we
yeah.
go. What about you, Corey? What are you watching?
Oh, I think he had one more.
No,
thing.
I was gonna ask you guys if I know you watched it. Did you watch Don to Don episode 8?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Fun
Kimmy
time.
Have
watched
you
it too.
watched Down to Down yet?
Ooh, I'm waiting for it to load all the way up,
Okay,
and then
so
I'm
that
gonna
you
press
can-
play.
Oh, that's respectable.
Yeah, I'm not doing the
Oh, you
every
don't want,
week.
You don't like the
wait.
weekly experience?
No, I don't want that anymore.
Why?
Because I don't want to sit there and have to think about, oh, it's coming up. I just want to just sit down and be like, all right, I'll watch 5 episodes, take a break, watch another 5 episodes, take a break, or watch,
I'm more of a fan of the weekly experience than the binge experience. I feel like
none of these shows demand me to give them weekly.
Nah,
It's
I like
entertaining.
I like having something to look forward to
Yes.
each week. Like
Your life's not
it
to look
adds
forward to.
It's part of it, right? I gotta have other things as part of it, not just being alive. You have to live said life. So having something that is to look forward to, especially as an adult, like we're not kids anymore. We don't have summer vacations.
Yep.
We don't have
I got some
holidays.
vacations.
Don't mean the
I
same
got
thing
holidays
anymore.
every year.
That's
You
what
know what I mean? Like
I think when you have like an office job or like any job where like you're going in a few days to 5 days a week full time, it's good to like, it's a bonding thing that you have with your coworkers. Like, yo, did you watch the new episode of Survivor? Hey, did you watch the new episode of House of Dragons? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Something
fun
to
to like
talk
get
about.
together with your coworkers.
community
Help the time
experience,
go
you know
by
what I mean?
fast. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And with binge culture, it's just not the same because when you binge, like,
That's it.
you forget everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that happened. That's crazy because I binged all 8 fucking episodes in one sitting.
Yeah, like
So-
I remember things way better on the weekly watch. When I'm binging, like you said, it's just like the information process is so quick. Like it's in
Arcane
and out, and I'm on to the next
season
show
2.
that I'm binging. So I feel like I get a better understanding having time to just be like, okay, cool, and then talk about it for a week and reflect on it, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then move on to the next week, and then it's only gonna last because shows are shorter now anyway. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm sitting here for
25.
34.
No, animes
25
can
episodes.
last you like 3-4 months, bro.
That's still not a lot of time in the
That's
grand
a
scheme of
lot.
life.
That's a lot.
And then you're gonna need
3
another show after
3
that.
3 months out of your life is a lot.
Yeah, but it's only a half hour.
20 minutes.
You're 20 minutes.
20
At your
minutes,
best.
yeah.
At your
18
best.
minutes.
I don't
Put out
want
the
to watch
intro.
an episode of something and be like, I want more.
It's such a good feeling.
I don't want to be like, oh, this is undercooked. They could have added more.
You're spoiled.
It's not
You are
about that. It's just
spoiled,
like
yeah.
I there's other things I can do with my attention. You know,
Like what?
like play League of Legends.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Do you play League of Legends?
Of course, I play League.
Like
of
you
Legends.
play for real?
Of course.
Would you recommend
I
new?
got a Hearthstone chain on right now, bro.
Would
How
you
do you
recommend
end
people
up-
get into the
Hearthstone.
game?
No, and also all of you who have watched Arcane, do not get on League of Legends.
No,
please.
we recommend everyone
Because why?
not.
We're
yeah,
filthy casuals.
Yeah.
All right,
Is
well,
that- I can't. I
You're
don't
the
want
first
to
person I met that actually plays it.
I
so,
don't
like,
want to have any of you on the riff with me. I don't
love
want to
this.
smell you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to deal with you. You don't. Your hands are dyslexic. You can't touch a keyboard. You're not built for the game. It's not for you. So if you are gonna do it though, go play like TFT. You can play Legends of Runeterra. You can maybe play Wild Rift on your phone. That's more casual. That's more for y'all's speed. League of Legends is a sweaty, filthy, hardcore game, and you should not play it because guess what? You're gonna say, I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna hit level 30. Now I want to play rank. And then now you're just messing up my games. And we can't have that because we're trying to work.
What do you mean messing up your games?
Okay,
I don't want to
so
see you on the
all right.
riff.
No, so let's break it down.
well, do you know how League of Legends works?
No.
Okay.
I actually don't either.
So there's 5 roles,
Okay.
5 players, 5 people per team.
Okay.
Right? 5v5.
She plays Overwatch,
I play
so she
Overwatch.
might.
Okay,
have-
so you got because she might be able to hang, but you,
no, I only play Pokemon
you-
Unite.
I'm a
little
filthy
bit.
casual.
oh no, you can't hang. That's Pokemon Unite is crazy. So there's 5 lanes, 5 rows, 5 rows, not 5 lanes. And then you play the game. Right, the objective is to destroy the other team's base.
Okay.
Right, but the thing is that there's a lot of macro knowledge you have to know about the game, like item builds. There's like 100+ characters. What does this character do? What does that character do? What does that character? It's a lot of things you have to learn about the game. Then when you play rank, you're getting matched with people who are like, I want to rank up, right? But the problem is in League of Legends, not like other games, is that one player can make an entire team lose. Like if I'm just playing the game for the first time and I died 15 times, I've been feeding the other team. The other team is permanently stronger because they got gold. My lane is behind. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's not like a game where like, oh, if you die, it just resets everything. You keep everything you've earned, so the scaling keeps going. So if like you beat my ass, I'm level 10. You're like level 15, like 10 times. You're level 15, I'm level 9. You're just smacking me around like it's the school cafeteria right now, okay?
Ooh.
So you can't. It's like it breeds the worst kind of people. That's why no one should play it.
All right. Yeah.
No one should play it.
No, every
Don't do it because you want to play as Jinx. Please don't. Please don't.
every league person that I've seen is just like, don't play the game.
Nah, don't.
do it.
There's other things you could do, like play like
Fortnite.
Maple Story.
Play Fortnite.
Maple Story.
Maple Story. You
I
know,
like Fortnite. Hey, what do you mean?
Fortnite's fun when you do it
No,
casually.
that's- I'm like,
Yeah, no build.
Yeah, no build, chill.
casual,
good.
no build.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
And the best way to do it though is you get a controller for your phone, and then you just pick on the phone players.
What?
Oh, yeah, the phone. Yeah, the phone
Yeah.
player is struggling.
I
sit
didn't
there
even know
and
there
there.
was Fortnite on the phone. That's
Oh
wild.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Fortnite's everywhere, girl.
yeah.
Fortnite is life. Fortnite is love, like Shrek.
Fortnite is the moment.
Well, so you play League of Legends for how long?
Like 4 years right now.
All right. So
Yeah.
what characters from the show are actually in the game?
So the characters you've seen that are in the show, that are in the game, are Jinx, Vi, Singe. I don't know if they've revealed them because I haven't watched
Who the
them.
fuck is
Okay.
Sid?
Singe is the guy who made Warwick.
Oh,
Okay. So now don't spoil that because I haven't seen the next 3 episodes.
No, we know. We'll.
Okay.
Oh, you
okay.
haven't seen Act 2?
No, I've seen the first 3 of Act.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second act.
Okay.
3 episode loading at a time is fine. I'll watch like 3 or 4.
Okay.
If you're gonna like release it in arcs, but not make me wait 4 months. Hell no.
Okay.
So there's Singe, Vi, Jinx, Jace,
Is Victor in it?
Ambessa, Victor's in it.
Okay.
Smolder's in
Jesus?
it. Jesus is in it, baby. Smolder.
Who's Smolder?
Smolder's see, y'all not even the dragon from the first season, baby.
Dragon.
The tiny little dragon, Ambessa's dragon.
Ambessa hasn't
I don't
shown a
even
dragon.
remember
The
that.
dragon in the first season. You didn't see the first. You didn't see the little
I
dragon.
don't remember
I don't
this.
remember. No dragon.
Look it up real quick. Pull it up, Jamie.
I got it.
Who got the phone?
He's a Googler.
He's
What's
a
the
Googler.
name?
Smolder, Arcane. He should be from the first season of Arcane.
I mean, I'm looking up Smolder, and I'm not seeing anything about
Give me
the
that.
first season.
Give me
Pass
that,
it
give me
to
that, give me that. Hold on.
Nuh-uh.
Uno momento, por favor.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't shown up.
Smolder, Arcane.
I would have remembered a dragon.
Yeah, I
No,
was like
no,
a
sorry.
dragon.
Smolder was in Arcade. Hold on.
He's
Because
the
there's an
Herman.
Arcane build. Hold on.
Okay.
I might be bugging.
Is he
I
a little
could've
baby?
sworn
I was
I
gonna
saw
say,
this
you
dude.
might be bugging.
I might be bugging.
This nigga is
No,
a
he is.
liar.
I'm not lying. He's
Let me
literally
see.
he's literally right here.
Let's see.
Dude,
Oh,
sit right here. No, hold on. Where'd it go? They literally have a clip. Look.
awkward.
It's not awkward. That's this is from Arcane.
That's not Arcane.
That's literally from
I
Arcane.
don't
That
think
is a
that's from
frame from Arcane.
I don't think that's from Arcane.
No, I don't think that's
Okay,
not
go
even the
back
same
and watch.
animation style.
Go watch season 1.
I'm
We're
in the
rewatching
process.
it.
I'm telling you, you're gonna see it. Have you seen Ambessa yet?
Yeah.
You do not see the dragon she has.
I will keep an eye out.
All right. I'm telling you, it's in there. Or either I saw the vision ahead of
We
time.
believe you. We believe you.
Yeah,
I saw the
man.
vision ahead of time.
Cool.
So you got Smolder, and then you have what's their names? None of the Ken Barons are in the game, but did you meet Urgot yet?
Nah.
No, so Urgot hasn't been revealed yet, or he's probably not going to even come out this season.
Echo, isn't it, right?
Echo's in it. Yes, Echo's in it. Heimerdinger's in it.
Heimerdinger's a character?
Heimerdinger's a character.
Oh, shit.
Heimerdinger's annoying.
Does he make a big robot or something?
He makes a bunch of little types of turrets, and they like drain your HP.
Oh, he's a
Caitlin's in
Yeah,
it too, right?
yeah. Was that
Caitlin?
Caitlin's in it? Yes. Cupcake is in it.
I love
Warwick
that
is also in it,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen the rest of the season. I don't know that unveiled.
All right. Well,
Yeah, there's a lot of characters in the league world.
exciting.
All right.
Yeah, this is also the last season of Arcane. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Good? Well, they're going to do
I'm
other
I'm
stories.
tired of
Smother.
Jinx. No, I know.
Oh, okay.
Get me away from Jinx as fast as possible.
Danny's
I
feeding for me. He's like, I
hate
want
it.
more so bad.
You want more? You want
Yeah,
more Harley
we
Quinn with
want
blue
more.
hair?
She's great.
She's great.
Oh, she's great.
She's great. She's a good time. Honestly,
She's a good time.
She's
yeah.
entertaining to
And
watch
they've
on TV.
also- she's entertaining.
She can
But
have her own
also,
reality TV show,
She's
honestly.
different this season. She's
No,
different.
wow. she's not that
Wow, there's a little bit more like thought behind what she's
Just
doing.
watch the
Watch
second
Act
act
two.
first.
Watch Act
Yeah,
two,
watch
brother.
Act
I watched
two.
the first 3 and it's just good old Jinx.
No, watch
Well,
the. That's what I'm saying.
Do you think there's
Oh,
just
Jinx.
better characters in League of
Oh,
Legends overall?
100%. I feel like Jinx is one of those characters that gets a massive fandom because she's just a Harley Quinn girly. And she's just Harley Quinn coded from top to bottom. But there's a lot more interesting female characters in League of Legends that go crazy. Like Rek'Sai. Well, you don't even know about
Yeah, you just
Rek'Sai.
said I'm like that's a
And-
whole other language
yeah.
you're speaking, bro.
There's a lot of characters in League that have really interesting stories like Kale. There's a whole thing with Demacia we're going to have to get into at some point with Noxus if they decide to keep doing Noxus future. League is going to be feeding you for
Okay.
decades.
Yeah.
Telling you.
So you think it's better that they're not harping on these characters and
Well,
into
I mean, so like
going on
with League of
different-
Legends, there's like the stories are just like lore behind all the characters. It's not like a pretty good follow through. Like like this point. So they can kind of branch into their own little worlds within the world, and then you'll hear about like Noxus and Demacia
Okay.
have a war, and there's like this and that.
Okay.
Now it'll be the best animated show on TV for a while.
All right, cool. So what else are you watching and playing? Then?
I ain't watching nothing.
You just been working.
I've been reading.
What you
Reading.
reading?
I'm reading maps.
This
What?
nigga reading
I'm reading
maps.
signs. I'm reading things. I'm always reading.
Oh yeah.
Reading the room, reading temperatures.
Read the room right now. Tell me what you feel.
I feel a cool breeze
Oh.
coming in from that sector of the room right now.
Oh.
Relax. Listen, we got to start reading more and not just reading books. We got to think about like we got to read the label here. 82
Stop.
pop. We
Danny's
gotta
the
read a
only
lot.
one who I think reads books out of anybody.
I'm telling you.
here.
I'm telling you,
How are you gonna tell that to me?
You read books.
she read books.
I be reading.
You're gonna assume she don't
What
read?
do you?
No.
Not your fan. That's
no,
I
no.
read audiobooks. Like I be listening. and
Audiobooks
Did you
is
read
not
yourself
reading.
just now?
Yes.
Reads
That's not reading.
audiobooks.
You read audiobooks?
You consume audiobooks.
Exactly. But I
That's
read.
not reading.
You enjoy.
Yes, it is because also
No,
I'm like
nah.
I find books that I
Podcasting
read.
is not reading.
That's
No.
not. I don't.
See, so the
But
I
like,
actually don't listen to podcasts
So-
aside from our own.
So the difference between reading and listening, right, is like reading, you got to
Yes.
consume.
I do
You got to
both.
break it
Focus.
down.
I do both. Promise
Your
you, I
brain
do
is
both.
going,
You got to see the apple.
it's coming in, you know? Whereas like the show
Call
that you're
back.
listening to, you're just experiencing
No, trust
two
me.
different things.
If I'm the thing is I drive a lot, right?
Okay, so she's got
and
it. She's
so
got it right.
I'm like, okay, I love physical reading and I do read physical books. But when
Yeah.
I can't, I'm like, okay, can I find this book as an audiobook so I can listen to it while I drive? You know?
Okay.
So it's still consuming the same media, just in a different format for when I can't physically sit there.
See, I would love for when you are on a podcast to do a test where find out what audiobook she's listening to, reading, and then see how much she recalls from it. Because reading, it's interesting because reading, the reason why people say read, I'm not saying you should read, but people say read is because it's so much effort that your brain puts in more work to actually keep the knowledge
Really?
versus like listening because it's just like so like it goes in and out. I listen to things all the time, but like reading because it's like requires stress. It like makes you go, oh, I need to. That's why you can recall like dumb stuff from like years ago that you read over and over again. Like, oh, I remember that one text from like chapter 5:17 of Genesis in the Bible. Yeah, we're throwing random stuff out there.
Bro
We're
into
going
the
deep.
archives.
Yeah,
on
I'm
our
like,
archive.
bruh.
I was like, he's gonna
Well,
say
I
a
also-
Bible chapter.
I also they love to clown me for it, but I do read a lot of fanfic as well, like every day.
we don't clown
As-
you for it.
Wait, hold on. What's the
Sometimes.
fanfic we're reading right now?
Oh, I read everything.
She
Like,
don't- she
what-
does-
like,
she
what's
doesn't
right
she doesn't
now?
like
What
exposing.
fandom?
Yeah, what are we into?
She doesn't like
You a
exposing.
furry?
No,
Not a furry?
no. It's more like anime ones.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, you're
like,
reading Gojo with the dick out?
with the dick out.
You're reading Gojo and Nanami meet at a cafe and they look at each other ever so gently.
You got her blushing right now.
What are you
I'm
picturing?
more like confused. I'm like,
Sakuna pegging dojo? Is that what you find? What are you into? What's the flavor?
what's the? That's
She won't tell us, bro.
She won't tell us.
She won't tell us. No, we've been asking
What is
for
the
mad
anime
long.
smut you're reading? Give it to us now.
they can't handle it. So
Damn.
we'll keep it nice.
Damn.
But either way,
Damn.
I love reading.
Rated R star.
Our frail minds.
I like
Well, Danny,
But-
what have you been reading then?
Right now, I haven't really been reading anything except for manga.
Oh.
Valid. Yeah, you've been reading a lot of
Yeah,
that.
I'm stuck in this Eckhart Tolle book that I've been reading for like the longest time called A New Earth. I'm just like dragging my fucking head through that shit.
Damn.
It's been like 6 months, so
Okay.
I don't know. I always keep it on my backpack though, just in case I have a spare moment to read it. But I'm not
Nice.
reading anything right now. The last thing I read was a clinical study on psilocybin and LSD.
Wow, you're an educated man.
Well, on certain topics.
Give me your top
Valid.
5 topics. Give me top 3, top 2 topics, not 3 too much. Give me top 2.
I mean, shonen anime, and at this point in time,
Nah, shonen is too easy. Shonen is too
I
easy.
won't do shonen anime. I'll do psychedelics, and I'll do maybe ancient history.
Okay,
Nice.
give me your favorite part of ancient history.
Right
something.
now,
What is going on right now? This is turned to his
That's
podcast.
hilarious.
no. Ancient history is this ancient city in Greece called Eleusis, where they supposedly had ceremonial rituals where only the best and the brightest of Greece and people around the world would come and convene once a year during a harvest season.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but nobody ever like cares about it because this was like thousands of years.
was a Greek
No.
thing.
Or
It's
even,
Greek
like, this
If
Thanksgiving.
you didn't have a Greek face,
if
how
it
does
ain't
it feel to be
Gilgamesh,
straight?
I don't know it.
It's not Gilgamesh.
I don't know.
All right, but let's get into you.
What's up?
Let's tell the audience what's going on. How did you start? You know, content creating, all this stuff, getting into this space. How did you start that? Actually, let's start even more before that. Introduce yourself. What do you do?
My name is Corey, and I twerk on the weekends. And now my name is Gabe. I got a YouTube channel called SmileBomb, which is after the Yu Yu Hakusho song. And how I got into content creation was the question. I just kind of just like making random things. But I saw like in the anime space there was people just do basic talk to the camera type videos, and I'm like, there's a bunch of that. So I started doing group videos, and that's just like something that wasn't really tapped into, and it's really hard to do because people have schedules, time, kids, whatever. There's a million reasons why you can't get people together, but when you do, it's always special. So I started doing that kind of stuff, but I've always made like things over the course of the last like 10 years, and right now, like I've literally made videos of me sitting on my toilet, just like talking trash about Harry Potter, and it gets like 1 million views.
That's
So it's like,
hilarious.
yeah,
Not on the toilet.
just saying straight up, like what we all need is on the toilet.
Did you watch it, read it, or both?
What Harry Potter?
If you're talking shit about it,
Watch, baby.
You didn't read that one. He's like,
I read the first one. I said, we don't need no
Same.
more. We don't need no more. There's movies coming out.
wait, you also hate the books?
I
No,
don't hate
the
the
books
books, but
are
I agree
amazing.
with him. I read the first one, and I'm like,
It's
I
like,
don't
wow,
like it.
it's an epic. Why even
Wow.
read it when you can see it happen?
But
I
there's
need-
more to the story.
Oh yeah, there's so many little details, and that's why they're doing the reboot of in the show format. Listen, the only show I've cared to read after watching it was Game of Thrones because there's
Really?
or as it's really called, A Song of Fire and Ice.
Well, you're stuck on Winds and Winter for the last like 10 years.
That's
buddy.
fine,
and there
you
are
know?
no
'Cause when
plans
you
to
get
do the next one.
When you get it,
Buddy, he's
gonna-
not doing it. He's
He's
literally
doing it.
writing other books.
no, he's doing it.
All right,
I'm
man.
telling you, it's just like he wants to make you wait so much
You
that
know
you
how
just
old he is.
Coming from
you
the guy who didn't
salivate.
want to
You know
wait
how
for
old he
30
is,
minute
right?
thing.
Yeah, but I had to get see it. My heart's already occupied by that, so I can't wait for anything else.
That man's about to
guy.
die.
You know,
He's
Bro,
doing side stories.
It's
right
ready to
now.
go. It's ready to go.
I really don't think
It's just
so.
a lot. They're actually editing it. Apparently, they're editing it. It's
book?
just there's just a
Geek.
lot to cut out. Like there's just a lot.
Cut out?
He fills up the books with fat. It's like you gotta know about the tabard's
All the
emblem in the
Meanwhile,
corner.
Danny
of the
wants
room.
all of it. And he's like, I want all the details.
I want everything. Tell me what he was wearing.
Well,
what he was thinking.
that's why they have the encyclopedia, so you could put all the fat in that.
That's true.
But yeah, so just made videos like that, and whether it be like random stuff on the toilet, pissing people off, talking about some random anime takes, or just making like fun videos. That's just kind of how I got my start in content creation. I just do it for fun.
Okay.
Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just like, all right,
That's
whatever.
the way of life.
Yeah.
So you named your channel after the Yu Yu Hakusho intro, so I'm
100%.
assuming you're a fan.
Of course, who wouldn't be a fan?
I don't.
I've actually never seen it.
Yeah.
This is telling me everything I need to know.
You still got time to watch
Insane.
it.
Does
You know,
she
you
really,
finished
though?
Cowboy Bebop, so honestly,
Nah,
you should
the
pick up Yu Yu
problem
Hakusho.
is that she might not enjoy Yu Yu Hakusho. It's a
I
little
hear
old.
it's a lot of my
It's
friends
older than Cowboy Bebop, right?
It's a lot of my
Think so?
friends' favorites, so I feel like it's worth checking out.
but-
How long is it?
126 ish.
That's how long it is.
It's 4 seasons. Each season is about 45 episodes.
Yeah, I think it's on 100
I
some
think it
episodes.
was like 80 episodes.
Because you saw when you were a kid.
And
No,
there's
I
what?
rewatched it recently.
Oh, recently?
Like in the past,
Oh, wow.
like 6 years, I rewatched it.
I mean, having childlike eyes watching a show for the first time will make anything seem like it's the greatest thing since sliced cheese. So,
Yeah.
and
Valid.
like, I don't go back and watch certain shows because I don't want to taint my memory. But Yu Yu Hakusho is really good. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I just typed in Smile Bomb and I got it.
Oh, it's 112 episodes.
112. Okay, so
Okay,
all
okay.
right. And yeah, I just put that in because I was like, I always like the name of that song and everything. So
So going off of that, what's your top 3 anime of all time?
okay, well, like, we're really getting into the most important part. Top 3 anime of all time.
To you.
Boku no Pico, My Life as Inakai's Dog, Overflow Season 4.
Hold on, Boku no Pico. That
Nah.
sounds familiar.
No.
Why?
No.
No,
Don't
Look it up,
Don't
buddy.
look it up, bro. Don't
Look
look
it
it up,
up,
bro.
buddy.
I think it's a controversial thing.
No, it's goated greatest anime
Stop.
ever.
Do not look
It's the greatest
it up,
anime
guys.
ever.
Don't look it up.
If I mean top 3 anime, I'm gonna have to think about this
Top
for a
3 of
second.
your favorite.
I
Not
mean-
anime. Your favorite.
I mean, my favorite is the best. Period. So
There you
it's
go.
not
So
even.
what is it?
It's just you gotta have JoJo's in there.
Okay.
You gotta have JoJo's.
Gotta
It's
have
essential.
JoJo's.
It's essential.
Hakusho, JoJo's.
I actually wouldn't put Yu Yu
Wait, is Yu
Hakusho in
Hakusho-
there.
oh,
I wouldn't
yeah.
put it in top 3. I wouldn't put it in top 3.
Ah.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's
Okay.
gotta be in there. It's gotta be in there. And the third one, this is just because you gotta have it. You gotta need it and you gotta want it.
Wow, One Piece.
No, hell no.
It's definitely not for him. Not for him,
It's
bro.
Naruto, bro. That's my favorite.
I had a feeling.
I would never put One Piece in my top.
No.
No?
You haven't seen him with
He's
the
stuck in-
sign,
he's stuck in
One
Dress
Piece
Rosa.
No, I'm
shit.
and I'm done. At that point, I'm finished.
Oh, you got to Dressrosa?
And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I've seen like these types of things in this show and different shows, and like it doesn't do it for me like other people.
Do you think it's because of the anime and how it's animated, or you just think it's the story overall? Like even if you read
think
it,
that the story, even if I read it, I mean, I already know all the fucking plot points. The only thing that's different is the goddamn filler in it that they put in there. And wait, before you say there's no filler, stretching out an episode, stretching out content to only get a 1 chapter to 1 episode adaptation is adding filler.
okay.
It's period. It's
But-
not canon moments.
So
it's
now you
semi-canon.
need to make up your mind because I asked you about the story.
Yeah.
You keep talking about the
Now
animated
the
adaptation.
story itself, no, I don't think it's that good.
Okay.
I think it's got really good high points that are amazing, like Marineford, high note, Alabasta, high note,
Water 7.
Water 7, high note. I Water 7 and Asabi, all that together, high note. Impel Down, high note. I think that the other things are they're cool, but they're not as good.
Would you say that Naruto for you being in the top 3 is like a nostalgia thing, or you truly believe
I
that the
think
story
I think that
throughout start to
Naruto in the
finish?
first, starting with just even the first original series of Naruto, in the first 120 episodes, has a more succinct and complete story in that first big arc.
100%.
Period. From the beginning, like you have something to follow. There's a bunch of cool characters. There's not a lot of just waiting around. A lot of waiting around happens after you find out Sasuke's running away, right? So like a lot of things are like, okay, cool. You get some callbacks to the beginning, like you find out about Itachi, all that stuff later in the show, and we get to Shippuden, and of course Shippuden is very controversial. People just because like, okay, bro, like what are we doing? Who's Sai? Like why do we care about Sai? Some side characters aren't even that interesting anymore.
Yeah, you gave up on the side characters, which is a big disappointment.
But the
for
show is
most
called
people.
Naruto. It's not called One Piece, right? One Piece, you can do that.
Yeah.
And the show's not based on just Luffy. It's just
Yeah.
like everything else. But I think that Naruto, for me, there's better character development up until Shippuden with certain side characters that don't matter anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, straight up.
So half the series, half the
I mean,
series is good,
half-
and then
no, because like
half the series is good. The other half is
what don't you
caca.
like in Shippuden?
The one thing I don't like in Shippuden, number one, is the fact that most of it is spent him going after Sasuke, where he
And most of One Piece is Luffy running around from island to island.
Yeah, but in each one he has
Finding
a different
his One
goal.
Piece.
Finding his One Piece.
Sasuke's his One Piece.
No, Naruto's One Piece
Sasuke's
is
his one.
being the Hokage. It's not trying to make up with Sasuke.
No. Naruto's One Piece is not being the Hokage. Naruto's One Piece was being accepted. The Hokage was just his physical
Yes.
way of conceptualizing
Very
it. But
similar
he
to-
realized that it didn't even matter about being Hokage.
Damn, then he should have given up being Hokage because
I mean, they voted him in.
some
They
people
were like,
saying
you
he's a
gotta.
deadbeat dad right now with what he's doing in Boruto.
I mean, he's taking care of an entire country. Technically, the
It's
entire
not a
continent.
country. It's a city.
Definitely not
'Cause
a
there,
country.
there are people.
The country, the
there are-
land of fire.
there are
What are you
people
talking
it's
about?
just the leaf
It's a
village.
land.
It's
Bro,
the
he's the
leaf village
Hokage.
in
He's
the
not the
land
leader
fire.
of the land of fire.
You got does the
There are
government not have checks and
politicians.
balances? It's not a Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Does the
One thing you
president
can
just
say-
do whatever he
But
wants?
one
No.
thing with Naruto is that it doesn't explain
You gotta
anything
keep people in
else
check
about the
sometimes.
world. So
What's
you
wrong?
don't even know
What was,
anything.
what was the pit that you started?
Well, I'm saying the one thing with Naruto that disappoints me the most is that I don't know anything about the world itself. It just does a horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't spend that much time fleshing out like
Yeah.
every single village.
but it started to, which is disappointing. Like, just don't do it. I'd rather you just don't do it at all.
Yeah, but, like,
than
in
to start to roll the ball out that we're gonna go to other places and learn about these cultures and other parts of it.
But in terms of like the major key plot points, that's like that's not necessary to spend that time doing that. You just want to have it because it'd be nice. It's not necessary for the story of Naruto to sit there and be like, I gotta know everything about the making of the village children and the cloud.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to do all that.
Okay, so considering you're so passionate about what you know, what got you into like watching anime and anime spaces?
Oh, that was just on TV, and it was just like I'm gonna watch
Cartoon
that.
Network?
Yeah, there was just
just odd.
it's
we're
just like
we're
it was
all
on-
living the same backstory.
It was
at
it
this
was
point.
on TV. It's like, oh, this is cool. Somebody's yelling and
No one's put
punching.
it
Like
like
I'm gonna
that.
watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like okay, cool. Like just like with any show or anything. Like oh, I would watch
So
that.
was Naruto your first?
Well, my first anime now it's Dragon Ball Z.
Ah.
It's like
Yeah.
that's the
Classic.
number one.
Anybody whose first anime is like Naruto is significantly younger than us. Like, there's no way that Naruto can really be your first, unless you just got into anime.
Yeah, in general.
I mean, Naruto technically could be your first if you just because that's for 25 years Naruto was the most popular anime. Period. It was
25?
for
That's
25.
a
It was the
very
most
long
searched
time.
anime. It was the number one anime when Bleach and One Piece and Naruto were both airing at the same time.
Yeah, no. There's no
It
doubt
took
about that.
it took Naruto and Bleach ending. Bleach was going to get its respective reserved. It took Naruto ending for One Piece to get as much attention as it did because everybody was
In the
watching
US.
Naruto.
In the US. In the US.
U.S., Europe, like Japan. One Piece was big really only in Japan,
Yeah.
and then it hit a point where it left Japan. Everybody was like, "Oh wow, this is great," but
Yeah.
Naruto dominated
Yeah, 100%.
everything across
I
the
was
world.
there.
Naruto.
I was there. I have a mug. I was there.
Yeah, you got the
It's his
thing.
all-time favorite.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, for me, Naruto was like kind of like that first love. You know, I said it when we were recording the other day, but Dragon Ball, first crush. Naruto's first love. One Piece, that's like my true love. It gives me everything Naruto, because I started One Piece way after the fact of Naruto. I got into Naruto when I was still like in high school, I believe. Like I was still like maybe 14, 15, but I got into One Piece in 2018. It was already in the 800, so I just like did a binge. It gave me everything Naruto gave me and more. And
Nah, that's crazy. Cause like One Piece the thing it does is that yes, it has the world building, right? I put that right there. It's a really big Olympic sized pool, but it's only 4 foot deep.
that's not
Like
true.
yes, it is. Like you go first
feel
of
like
the
you can't say
the
if you
first
haven't watched.
5. I literally watched.
No,
You
he
can
got
say
to-
that.
Watch it all.
No, he got
I've
to
watched,
700.
I'm literally up 780. I've watched enough to
just
be
stopped.
like, because I'm like, I'm good.
Okay.
Like I don't need. I'll wait for this to wrap up to watch it. This isn't much.
Okay.
This isn't much CTV for me.
Oh, so you'll come back to it at some point.
When they get to the Great Pirate War, they copied from Naruto.
Well, Naruto copied that from like everybody's copying it from everybody.
Yeah, but ain't no one did it like Naruto. But
Bro,
You mean they failed?
They
Marineford
do-
was
Bro, you
better
have
than the
one
Great
moment.
You
Ninja
mean they
War.
failed?
Oh yeah, watching Luffy get knocked down a couple flights of stairs over and over again was better than Ninja War.
Yes, 100%.
You're
I
bugging.
will
You're
wholeheartedly
bugging.
say that.
You're
Bro, they just
like-
brought
You don't
back
think
a
the
bunch
hold on,
of
you
dead
think,
bodies.
right
do you
now.
think if you think the Great Ninja War is better than the Paramount War, then
I think the Great Ninja War is fire. The only reason why people shit on it is because of Kaguya. You can't say it's whack. You were hyped the minute that shit kicked off.
Bro,
the
it
minute
was
Madara touched the
dragging,
screen,
my
you were
nigga.
like,
we were
ooh. You watched One Piece. It's been dragging
what
for
do
20 years.
Bro, they were fighting a bunch of
How long were
fodder.
they in Wano?
They were fighting
How long were they in
fodder
Wano? 5
for
years?
4 years.
For 4 years.
4 years.
For Wano.
180
Dude, Wano was fire.
chapters.
Wano was fire.
Same, bro.
What was the highlight of the Great Ninja War?
Bro, when
can think of
Madara pulled up,
That's not even halfway. That's like all the way at the
That's-
end.
no,
That's the
no,
end of it.
No, he's
No, it's
talking
not.
about when
When he
Madara
pulled the
fought
first
all
time.
the fodder.
popped out and he said, "Yo, let me just flex on you what ninjutsu's all about. Let me show you the hands I got," and cooked everybody. Then you had the 5 Kage
was
versus
fun.
him. Technically, the war technically started with Sasuke attacked the 5 Kage summit. If we're being real here,
Okay.
all right, but that was fire, right? Then we get to when they actually start bringing all the Edo Tenseis back. You're like, oh hell no, everybody's getting in the mix.
So
You got
rushed.
Itachi
It
doing.
was so
How is it rushed?
The only one that they took their time with was when Sasuke and Itachi versed.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Kabuto. Yeah.
But he wasn't even an Edo
I don't
Tensei
even know
guy.
why they even did the Asuma thing. It wasn't even that. Like a lot of it, they just didn't spend the time. I would have preferred if Naruto was a little longer. That's really my issue, and just did more with it. Like,
I agree.
The Edo Tensei things, like I'm not complaining about something being long, my nigga. Like, get over it. Grow the fuck up. If you can't deal with something lasting longer, then like you just childish. Like, I would want more than getting Boruto.
I think
than
that's...
getting Boruto. I would have rather him spent more time, granted, for health versus reasons. Like, if he would have been okay, like, God willing, because, like, you know, I don't want anybody to die to make more manga. It's not that fucking deep. It's just anime. But, like,
I would rather him taking more time
during... I would rather somebody take more time during that war than to give me Boruto. Because now I got Boruto, and I don't want to be bothered. Like, I don't care how good anybody tells me it got after, like, knowing that it was shitty for something that I loved for so long. I'm good. I'm good. Just take more time and let it be what it is.
I mean, to say that, right, is insane to me, because you're gonna be like, oh, One Piece was not good off rip. It took a while for One Piece to get good.
I don't think One Piece was good off rip.
Bro, Captain Kuro is not fire. Don't tell me that. Captain Kuro really that fire?
Are you just talking and not
no,
listening? I don't think One Piece was good.
Okay, I missed that part.
Off rip. I did not think One Piece was great until 220 episodes in. And that's me being fully honest. I can go back in retrospect, being caught up, and appreciate it because it gives me kind of a sense of nostalgia, and it is an easy watch once you really know the world that I enjoy on a rewatch now, because I can kind of see some of the...
Because you know all the later context, what that's going to matter.
All the context. So, like, it gives me a better appreciation. But during it, I was really only pushing through because I was like, I know that most manga doesn't get to last long if it's mediocre, like, for this long. Case Closed is not a through line story. Doraemon, all those other shows, Lupin, like anything that's like serialized like The Simpsons in the manga world, that don't count. This, I'm like, bro, this is still going. It must be actually some type of good. If it must be at least mid. At worst mid.
So you can't let Boruto cook?
No.
Can't let it cook a little bit?
No.
Can't let it just like warm up to when he gets his power spike?
Why? Because we didn't need it.
I mean, I didn't need what? Really
who asked for it? Who really wanted it?
There were some people who wanted it. Naruto ends on a note that you don't have to keep watching. You just choose to keep watching. You don't have to watch past that.
And I stopped.
Are you caught up on Boruto?
No, because I ended my tenure at Naruto. Because you don't have to continue watching.
You're right.
It's a choice to continue.
You're right.
He made it so that you can keep on going with the world you want. Because he wasn't going to write Boruto. Remember, he got brought in because the writer they gave to Boruto to start it up was trash. It's not his fault. They decided.
I'm not blaming him.
So don't ever shit on Kishimoto, because if he would have started writing Boruto from the day one,
he did supervise it though.
I don't
supervise, but his hands is not there.
It's not the same.
Right. His hands are not.
How many of us gotta supervise that?
Yeah,
work?
now guess what? Apparently it's fire.
It is.
Exactly.
Yo, the fact that you wrote the supervisor thing, like all of our supervisors be really supervising, is crazy.
I don't know. He was supervising the show while he was writing his other series.
You live in the real world. Everybody supervisor be supervising.
Not everybody's, but if that's your baby, if that's a global phenomenon like Naruto, you're going to be paying attention to it.
Just before we wrap up the One Piece Glaze Fest, I just had it here for the last 10 minutes.
It was not. I
just wanted to say, when you went on your impassioned speech about like it's too long, you got to grow up and being a kid. Saying something is too long does not mean you're childish. You're just like, this is not worth my time to watch. So you can't just say somebody, you just need to grow up and just deal with it. If I feel like I'm watching something, I'm like, this is not worth the commitment I have to put to watch it. That's not being childish. Just like, hey, it's not for you, which is what I said in the beginning. It's not for me.
Okay.
And it's not a matter of you just have to just, it's long. Just don't be a kid about it. That's being a kid about it, doing that. It's just like, it's just not for you. You sat through 300 and eventually it caught on. It hit your heart.
Yeah.
Right? And I've had some of those moments in One Piece. I'm like, oh, this is great. I like this right here. But then there's like a lot of Bellamy just jumping off walls. Okay. What's going on?
Yes.
Nah, bro.
There's a lot of just staring.
And then to that,
that affects the story.
But to that,
Did you watch it or read it?
He's talking about watching it.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
See, watching is a different experience.
So that's why we keep trying to
keep
bringing it back to the anime.
But the thing that people are so impassioned about is the anime, because no one sits there and says that One Piece is not a goated manga. Everybody says One Piece is a goated manga, right? But the thing that we argue about is not the manga, it is always the anime.
So how about we have a conversation with us and not the other people, and the story itself, if it was the manga, because he'll never tell anybody watch the anime.
Bro, Fishman Island is trash.
That's
Punk
debatable.
Hazard is trash.
No.
Punk Hazard is trash.
All right.
Let me say this real quick. I think for a lot of series, they'll start off at a certain point where like groups have already gotten together, and like you'll wish, oh man, I really wish to see like how the group came together, what their backstories are, and everything. And I feel like that maybe, like you said, 200 something is when One Piece got great for you. Maybe in some other mediums, yeah, that's where the story could have started. But One Piece came during a time where things were a lot slower. You could really take your time because things were weekly. They weren't seasonal. And now when you say, yeah, it's not worth my time, if you didn't have a lot of other options to watch, yeah, it would have been worth your time. But now with so many other animes out, yeah, it might not be worth your time.
Now you do have a lot of options.
Like you could start One Piece at a certain point in the 200s and you don't need to know anything that happened in the East Blue Arc. But that's there because you could watch it. What do you need to know in the East Blue Arc before you got to the Grand Line? You don't need to know how the crew got
family together, bro.
You don't need to know that,
bro. You got to know that.
How many like heist movies do you watch? And I'm just using heist movies as an example where like the crew is already there and the crew already knows each other. They just got to get together to pull off the job. You don't need to know that
because One Piece does a lot of callbacks, which is the thing that everybody claims it about, is that the universe infinitely expands and it constricts. Then it infinitely expands again, then it constricts again to bring back to those callback moments that you have to see in episode 100, episode 200, episode 300, episode 400. Like, Punk Hazard is whack. But the only reason why you say it's good, the only reason you say, oh, it's good because what it means later in the story. But the arc itself is boring.
It's comedy. It's gold.
All right, so what about
gold.
for now? Considering, times have changed, there's way more anime. What are you currently watching? Your top 3 right now?
Frieren. Watch Frieren.
Fuck yeah.
That's an amazing story. And it's slow. Very slow.
Which is surprising. I usually don't like slow anime.
It's because it's when you let that cook a little bit, little 10 episode
It
cook.
was good.
Right when she says kill yourself, you're like, damn, this shit is golden. It says it in the anime. That's like you won't know what it is, not a spoiler. You'll see it when it happens, you'll be like, what the hell?
So you've read Frieren.
No, I watch Frieren. I don't really read manga.
So you don't read manga at all.
I don't read manga. No, the only manga
you're never talking about any series in the context of manga.
I don't because at the end of the day, it's like I've like looking at the only things that made me read them are Chainsaw Man because I'm like I'm not waiting to see this animated.
You poor man.
I'm not waiting to see this animated, and I read all the way up until the end of the first entire arc.
Oh, okay, you didn't watch part 2?
I cried my ass off.
Yeah.
I cried my ass off. I was like, holy crap, this is
so you
so
didn't
good.
start part 2?
I didn't start part 2.
So
I
you're
said,
fine. You're
I closed the book.
Yeah,
you don't got to keep going. You just got to know when to close the book. You just got things don't get ruined if you just know. I'm not going to do that. Attack on Titan because I was sick and tired of them doing we're doing 5 or 6.
It was basically Kingdom Hearts.
It was Kingdom Hearts, bro, over and over again. Next season part 1, next season part 2, next season part 5. And then I read Jujutsu Kaisen begrudgingly, and I don't recommend anybody to read Jujutsu Kaisen because the manga is bad in terms of not how they execute it. How they execute. You cannot. Jujutsu Kaisen is literally hands the anime, and there's so many things happening in Jujutsu Kaisen art style wise, and the art gets really lazy at some point. You're like, what the hell is happening? And then he's writing like an entire thesis on what somebody's abilities. You're like, what does his ability do? Like, so anime is definitely the way to consume Jujutsu Kaisen. But this past summer, we dealt with a lot of spoilers because the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom is worse than the One Piece fandom.
Yes.
And they decided to spoil everything. So the minute I saw something, it said hashtag Gojo, I said, I'm reading.
Nope.
I said, I'm reading. I saw the engagement. I said, I got to read.
That's what I had to do.
I got to read. This is crazy.
I got spoiled all the way.
You wasn't even happy about it.
I wasn't.
I had to read out of spite.
Me too.
Because I didn't want to get spoiled. I didn't want. And then I'm right where that left off. I haven't continued. I'm like, all right, everybody's done now talking about it, so now I can let it.
Okay.
So I don't know anything past the thing that was viral last summer on that was like.
So you just stopped. Oh, you stopped it.
I stopped.
So you don't know
there.
the ending.
I don't know the ending because people stopped talking about it. Because they're also the reason why people were posting about Jujutsu Kaisen so much is because Gojo has like one of the biggest fandoms ever. So people were just like Gojo every 2 seconds. So like that's why that blew up. But like after that, like it kind of like died out in terms of like things being spoiled.
Okay.
Nobody's talking about it now.
And I
what's the last thing you saw?
Last thing I saw was it's funny. Last anime show I saw was Frieren.
Oh no, I was talking about in JJK.
Oh, JJK. Oh, last thing I saw in the manga. Do you want me to spoil people? Do they care about
Spoiler
this?
alert.
Spoiler alert. Gojo dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the last thing I saw.
And then you just said,
yeah, and I said,
so you haven't seen anything. Oh, I can't wait to see.
I
your
said
reaction.
I could just wait. Let's put that. And
well, it's all done now, so now you can.
Yep. Now I can just chill. It's gonna get animated. No one's talking about it, and I'm like, all right, great.
Yeah.
We're gonna see that Gojo dying in like 5-6 years.
Nah, they're gonna change it.
They're gonna change it.
They're gonna change your watch.
Interesting.
They're gonna change it.
You're right. He does have one of the biggest fandoms.
He wrote it like this. So you could be like, this is not it's the alternate ending.
The copium is real here.
I mean, Danny wants to change
Full Metal Brotherhood.
Ooh,
we can get a remix.
I highly doubt it. But
I mean, people thought that was gonna happen with Attack on Titan. That didn't happen.
all right. So
But
what
the
you
movie.
said, free run. What else?
And then I recently went back because I brought this movie back into theaters personally
Oh my
myself.
god, I saw this clip. It was you and Chili talking about
So
this shit, right?
so me and Chili Rex, he interviewed me at New York City Comic Con. He asked me what is my most slept on anime,
Okay.
and I told him about a movie that is a fever dream for a lot of people called Metropolis, and it is a
Not Megalopolis.
not Megalopolis,
okay.
Metropolis.
Okay.
And it is a movie that has the best bits of Astral World and Akira and everything mixed in together. Astral Boy, everything mixing together. And I remember watching when I was a kid and I was crying and I was just like, damn, this movie's so good. It was like 3 a.m. on Adult Swim and I was like, what the hell? And I never, at the time, it wasn't easy to find things, right? So
Yeah.
I never found it. And then when he asked me this question, it was like in my head.
This?
Yep. And that movie right there.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's a lot of anime film heads be like, oh, this is not a slept-on anime. Bro, people don't know about
Came
this.
out in
No.
2002.
2002.
Never heard
Has a
of it.
7.2 on IMDb.
Okay.
It's got a low rating, but
I think that's pretty good.
I'm
Listen,
I'm
bro,
telling you,
honestly,
Is it
I don't really
campy?
like to go.
huh?
Is it
It's
campy?
cozy, but then it gets like really serious.
Okay.
It gets like it scales up quick. So we did that interview. Video did like 1.6 million views. People were like, oh my god, you go in the comments, be like, I went to go watch it. He was so right. After that movie came out, New York City Comic Con put the theater. Now New York City Anime NYC
Okay.
got the movie in theaters. So I'm just gonna say
You sing.
I brought it back.
Look at him.
Single-handedly.
And I went to go watch it in theaters.
At
Let's
SmileBomb
go.
YT.
I bring back Dead Series.
Is that
okay?
on Crunchyroll?
I don't think it might be on
Do you know if it's on
Crunchyroll.
any
No,
stream?
I think
Buy it?
I think you have to either buy it or yeah. But that was that's the things I've seen most recently. I mostly just like play video games. Like I don't really, and mainly it's like League of Legends right now.
What are your other 2 most played video games besides
This past 5 years, I would say Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You actually stuck with it.
Of course, just like One Piece. It's like you stuck with it.
I mean, listen,
Sometimes you got to see the vision.
well, that shit just had bugs out
Gotta
the
see
gate.
it through,
Did you
boy.
play it again?
No, I just gave up.
You got. All right, see, so I'm gonna tell you right now. Get Phantom Liberty. Start back from the beginning. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be one of your favorite gaming experiences of all time. They went and they fixed it.
Okay.
They went and fixed it. They added Phantom Liberty in, which is like honestly probably one of the best video game side stories. Period. It could have been its own video game. Like they delivered heavy on it. I would go back check that out, especially if you haven't beat Cyberpunk before. It's actually good to play from the beginning.
Okay.
And then besides that, League Cyberpunk 2077. I was playing. I'm trying to think. It's been mainly a lot of competitive games right now. Monopoly.io.
I've been hearing a lot of people
Rich-
play
rich-
Monopoly on
Type
the
of
console.
not on the console.
Wait, what is the difference?
Monopoly.io, bro.
What is that?
That means you just go on a website and you just play Monopoly, and it's fake Monopoly, but it's fire.
Fake Monopoly?
It's fake Monopoly and it's free.
Bro playing like old school Disney Channel games right now?
No,
Like, what are
I'm
you
telling
doing
you,
right now?
I'm telling you, type
You logging in on your AOL Kids?
bro.
and-
You get on as me and 8 people, and we start rolling the dice. We start
so
shaking the
funny.
dice.
Did you guys put money on this?
No, but there's been some friendships. That
Bro, what's wrong with you? You always gambling.
He's such
Dude,
a gambler.
there's recently we had 2 back-to-back games. I won them both because I'm a astute and a stout and educated businessman.
Oh,
Okay. And some people didn't understand. They didn't read the fine print of the contracts and the trades. So they ended up giving me things that excelled my development.
Ooh.
And they were like, you're a scammer. I said, I didn't scam. You just didn't read. I didn't.
Sound like Logan Paul.
I'll give you an example.
Stop.
We were playing right, and somebody had requested their first time playing.
Okay.
They requested 100 because you could do trades even when people are playing. You can just do it while on the side. So someone requested $165 from me,
Okay.
and I was like, I know they didn't play the game, so I said, oh, you're giving me $165. I didn't say nothing. I said, oh, you want to give me charity? I'll take it. $665, and they're like this. Wait a minute. That's my money. You took my money. I said, no, I didn't. You gave me $165. You were giving it away. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, you supposed to say no to free money?
oh my God.
So then they're like, no, you have to give it back to me. So I put the money up, but what I asked for was property.
Ooh.
Now they did not read the fine print. So I gave them back their 165 and they gave me the property. And I was like, they gave me Rio, which is in Brazil.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
from the beginning, I was like, it's pretty cheap. But I just wanted it for like later
Yeah,
bidding.
exactly.
And then that happened, and they were like, wait, you scammed me. I said, no, you gave me that as a good gesture of good faith.
Yeah.
I gave you the 165. You said, you know what, Gabe? Hey, give me back the money. Here's Rio. Take Rio.
Why does this remind me of like those stock market games they had to play as kids?
And then later on in that game, another person, right? They landed on one of my hotels.
Yes.
Cashed
Hotel?
out. They stood
Out.
They stood in China, baby. At the Four Seasons in China. And I said, let me get that in Shenzhen, right? Took that money. They were like, wait, I need $345. I'm like, I'll say $345, right? Send them $345, a little extra on top, like $500. But I asked for all their property. Again, they did not read the fine print. So then they gave me their territory, like, wait, I don't want to give you the property. I was just like, bro, you can literally look at the thing. I'm not going to hold your hand. So then I took that, and then that, sealed the deal when I had two corners. I had the left corner, and then I had the right corner. So every time you hitting corners, I'm eating. Give me some money. I need some bread. I need what you visiting? Give me that. You got great beaches in China. Great beaches in China. Come by. So that was like, get that going. You have fun. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Can't forget that.
So what systems did you like grow up with?
Uh,
Because I was trying to figure out what type
of
of gamer some people were. Because like
all of them.
I was like a single player gamer as a kid.
You were also an only child.
Yeah, so like I get.
I was an only child too. But I mean,
that
I
makes sense.
I played it. That's crazy. I played everything.
What?
How does that make sense?
He gives single child like energy.
What is single child energy?
You
Please
guys
tell
are both very spoiled in a lot of
How
what
is
you
it
do
spoiled?
in your time.
What in time?
I'm
How's
gonna
it
remove
spoiled?
myself from this.
Please break
combo.
this down. Hold
Are
on,
you
Chad.
gonna- No,
well.
you're not. You have a sibling.
I have a sibling. Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I know.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean
don't give that
spoiled?
energy.
What is it spoiled? This give it to us.
Because it's like I can do whatever I want with my time. I don't need to share. I want to do this and that. Like I'm very straightforward
I
and
share.
like I'm gonna do what I want.
I
And
share
you
with
guys
my
both
friends.
Have that
I think
energy.
anybody
sharing with
should.
your friends is different than sharing with like when you have to share and you're used to sharing.
Oh, I'm a very giving person. Like perfect example. I give to the homeless all the time.
Oh no, that's different. That's a whole.
But let me break it down here. I think that's crazy because to say that y'all are selfish because you do whatever you want with your time, da da da. You
I'm
have
not
to
saying
share.
it's a bad thing, but
I'm
it's
saying-
like automatically.
No, but the thing is, anybody can do that. That's spoiled to me is like you were given a lot, and then you just like you act very rude to people.
No, different,
That's spoiled to me.
different
Spoiled is-
definition of spoiled.
Okay.
I don't mean it like that. For you
Okay,
guys.
okay.
I mean spoiled. How do I
Because
explain
if you were homeless,
would you
I
like
got
me
the
to give you?
pull-out couch
Would you
for
like me to give you a different word that we use? We have boundaries.
Snap. Listen, we know what we're worth, and we're not going to settle for less.
We have boundaries. One,
Okay.
not just because you're an only child, but like for anybody, nobody is obligated to your time.
Yo.
Right?
Yo.
Not a single soul.
Yo.
Not even your parents.
Yo, I had this exact conversation
All right.
with my grandmother recently.
really?
And it's so crazy because it was a whole conversation about things that I need to do. And I said, respectfully, I don't have to do anything I don't want to. I do things because I want to. And I will always, because she was like, you have to do this, you have to do this. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything I don't. I'm no one's property. I can do whatever I want. You can do whatever you want. I don't expect you to do anything. You don't have to call me on my birthday. I would love it, but it's not gonna make me feel bad, right? Stuff like this, whatever. And she's like, "Well, it must be really nice to not have any responsibilities." I said, "No, you chose your responsibilities. You choose responsibilities every day. Are you not in America? It's a free country, right? You breathe free air, land of the free, home of the brave. You know, get in touch with your inner single child, only child.
Stop.
And what I also find is that for on the opposite end of the spectrum is that I feel like a lot of people who have siblings feel like they can do whatever to me, or like they can just ask me to do whatever they
Talk
want.
about it.
They can kind of invade my
Talk about
privacy, whatever. Like I'm using
Leg
the word
up.
boundaries versus what you're using is spoiled, because for any human being, regardless, like I said, nobody's entitled to your space, your time, and your energy. So
Valid.
for an
You're not
only child,
property.
if I'm choosing to put
Not property.
those things, my time, my energy, that's because I truly want to do those things
From the
for
heart.
you.
Bottom
Or like
down,
when we're choosing
caring.
to like do things for people, that's because
Loving.
we want to. We also crave to be around other people. We don't
Want
want to
it.
be alone all the
Want it.
time.
The
So if
hype
I'm
man.
around you, it means a lot. That means I'm not doing this
I
because
care about
Means
you.
you want to.
But
just because I have to.
Okay.
What just happened now is that you just affirmed that we're spoiled. What should happen now? Just
But
let you know.
true. Hey, you guys have stronger boundaries, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, when I have roommates in my other place that had siblings, and like it would just be like, bro, you can't just like touch things that are
I'm not like that.
mine.
I'm not-
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I'm usually gonna say yes. I'm not
Yeah, but
selfish
ask
in that sense,
first. but
ask first.
So I just want to say, so the only time I ever really had boundaries was loaning stuff out because I had a lot of people steal stuff.
Oh my god, no.
So this is why,
That's
as a
different.
motherfucker, perfect example. I'm talking about game consoles. Had a Game Boy SP, right?
Yeah.
Lose Game Boys all the time. I was at a Sizzler, lost the Game Boy. I was
Sizzler.
gonna get.
Sizzler.
My mom is Puerto Rican. I'm gonna get killed. This is crazy. You just lost the Game Boy. Andre. I just lost one a week before, so I lost.
But the fact that you got one right after
it's
is crazy.
insane. It's insane because I didn't really ask for much. It was like, okay, here. And then after that, so I had a Game Boy SP, and I was at a being Hispanic, you gotta go to all the parties, go to all the functions. You gotta bring the kid, gotta say hi to everybody. Okay, I don't give a fuck about you, but I'm sure about it. So you sit down. I'm playing this game. Kid's like, oh, I want to play this. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. Nah, I'm good. Like, nah. It's like, no, let me see. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And my mom goes, you have to share it. And I'm like, no, I don't. It's mine. Like, what do you mean I gotta share it? Like if you're like my friend, yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
Yeah,
That's
I
different.
know you. Like, it's
But
like
if you don't know them,
this is somebody's fucking snot-nosed kid on the fucking. They want to. Perfect example. I lent it to him. All right, cool. We all know he has it.
Mhm.
I go do whatever at this party, and night comes up. We gotta leave. Can't find the Game Boy SP. Where's the Game Boy SP? My mom is yelling at me, embarrassing me. You always lose things. Da da da. And I'm literally saying the last person who had my Game Boy was this kid. And for some reason, Latin mothers refuse to believe their kids or their sons. I don't know what the hell it is.
It's true.
They sit there and they're like, no, you're lying. I said, why would I? Literally, I'm telling you, this person had it last. And I haven't had it all night. And then she wouldn't believe me. Dude, I'm over here crying because I'm like, yo, I'm going to get yelled at by my mom for something. I didn't even do anything wrong. I did what you told me to do. I go, right? Last minute, like literally the final hour. We're still looking for it. Can't find it anywhere in this house. Oh, it just got legs and walked, right? It just had a spirit of its own.
Oh god, what happened?
For some reason, somebody went to their car, like the parents' car, and just knew to put their hand in the seat. Which means to tell me that the parent was in on it. Because they put their hand in the seat and they pulled it out. And my mom's sitting there with her mouth dropped, and I'm like,
Period.
Mira.
oh, yeah, mira.
Mira eso.
Mira, what's this? You see this right here? Okay, I'm vindicated. I'm free. So that kid stole my shit. Then one more quick story. Then my aunt.
Bro, it's turning into a therapy session.
I'm sorry.
He's unpacking.
Because this is gonna connect with the
I'm
people.
relating, honestly.
It's like,
I'm your cousin.
He said me.
so
Oh, you're the one who stole the SP.
I'm
saw-
that guy.
he's there. So my aunt. I have younger aunts, right? So I just call my sister because like whatever.
Might as well, yeah.
So like so she wanted to use my Game Boy SP. Now mind you, I've known multiple times that she will delete my save file. Right?
Wow.
It's Pokemon, baby. There's Pokemon in there. I caught some stuff. There's some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
So my grandma goes, "Oh, let them use your." I'm not gonna dox them. Let them use your device. Everybody in my family's name with G, so I'm not gonna just G. Yo, here, have that. Is right. She uses it, right? She goes, all right, cool. I said, listen, do not delete the save file. I told my grandma, I said, I don't want to let her use it because she's gonna delete the save because my aunt was like 9 years old or she was young at that time. So she took it and I said, please don't delete the save file. She deletes the save file.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
And then I'm the asshole because I'm like, I told you not to delete the save file. And she's like this. My grandma's like, why are you yelling at her? Why are you yelling at her?
What is the one thing I said?
Literally, you were there. I was there. Where are the repercussions? Kids that are raised with siblings don't know repercussions. I'm putting it out there right now. They get away with anything.
I definitely know repercussions.
Well,
I just made that up. I just made that up.
What's your experience, I guess, with only children usually?
She hates us.
No, it's just you guys
She just-
have a certain energy to that. Like you guys, like you said, you have stronger boundaries and you're more willing to stay
Fight
with
for
your
what we
own.
want.
Yeah, exactly. Fight for your
what we
stuff.
deserve.
If anything, that's a good thing, though, right?
It depends. Because sometimes it depends on the person. Because like
Name
you
your
said,
top 5 only child in your life. Name the top 5 only children. Name top 5 you know
Name
have
your
been
top
raised by
5 only
kids.
children right now.
Yeah, name them right now. You got 5? She's the only childist, bro. She doesn't like us. It's crazy. Name 3.
Stop.
Danny, name your top 3.
You can't even throw a Corey in there?
Top three what?
Name your top 3 only children.
Stop.
I don't know if I
Don't
have any
answer.
friends that are only children. Oh, besides Corey. I mean, Corey, you have brothers, so I don't
kind
count.
of.
You don't count.
Yeah, like I do, but I don't. Like I grew up an only child.
You grew up an only
yeah,
child.
but like I've met
But
both your
turns out
brothers.
you have-
People
lots of
with
halves.
siblings, they just seem to forget who rides with them.
Nah, bro, he
there's
got
always a cat.
siblings.
Absolutely.
He
not.
got
always a
siblings. Don't let
I
him
have
play
siblings
you.
too. I wasn't raised with them.
Oh,
That's different, yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we're not in the same household. The people who's gonna treat you the worst is your siblings anyway.
Sometimes.
Not mine.
Not
Most-
always.
Maybe not yours, but come on, girls.
Oh, mine. I
We
don't
know
get
for
along.
other people out there in the world, you know the siblings. Your biggest beefs is with your siblings.
Oh, for me now, yeah, absolutely.
now, damn.
Yeah, a lot of people are opposite. Like they didn't get along as when they were young, but growing up, then they made up. For me, it was the opposite. Once my brother hit like teenhood, he became
you
an
about to kill him
asshole.
right
That's
now?
fine,
You gonna
'cause-
kill him?
He's never gonna watch this.
Wait, hold on. Were you bigger than your brother?
I'm older.
No, but before he hit puberty, were you bigger than him?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what it was. So when he hit puberty, he started
was
growing, getting
yeah.
thicker.
Attitude.
It came in because he's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? You can't do nothing to me now."
Yeah, he's about a foot taller than me. So.
Yo, so I have a friend who was a career bully in school. But the thing,
Career bully.
Career
What
bully.
was the stats?
but the thing is, he's
Five wedgies a year.
he's 5'5". So he was a
What?
career bully.
Oh,
And
in
I-
school
and
he was.
You're gonna watch this. So Ratward, I'm just gonna call him Ratward. So literally he bullied kids. He got a kid left back. So like he would like also like all the kids looked at him as like, oh yeah, he's so cool. So if he didn't give you some candy, they didn't fuck with you. He's like, oh like damn, so this guy's whatever. So he's got like 5'5", got away with bullying, yada yada yada. Fast forward, he gets to high school. The bullying cuts off because now everybody is
Taller.
giant.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, I can't be acting like that no more.
Oof.
You know, and that's what happens really, like, you know, when the growth spurt change of elevation. Think about when you climb Mount Everest. You start getting high on yourself. You're like, oh, this air is, I never smelled this before.
Oh, it's not the
you start-
altitude.
It's the altitude.
It's not the altitude.
It's the thinning of the air. You know what I'm saying? It's different air, bro. It's that air hasn't been breathed
Bro,
before.
your brain is crazy.
I'm telling you, think about his perception.
This must be how you come up with your video ideas. Because how do you,
you
even get
gotta
to
be
half
an
of those
insane-
video
Are you
ideas?
sure you don't have ADHD?
Nah, I'm just fueled by greatness.
He's just an only child.
ADD.
Listen,
Just be in the crib with
you're
ideas.
when you're bored and you got nothing to do, you take a whole stack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you put them down, and you imagine they're fighting with each other. That's called imagination.
I've been
Fueled
there,
when
bro.
you're an only child.
I used to take crayons and I used to pretend my
brain.
crayons were Power Rangers.
Yo.
And I was
You
like,
gotta
oh, I got a
self-
Scarlet Ranger because you know I have crazy colors in the Crayola box. So like, nigga, there was an Aquamarine Ranger and there was a Robin's Egg Blue Ranger.
You guys remember Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yes.
My
Yes.
friends and I used to pretend like we used to take toys and we used to pretend they were the talismans.
Oh,
There we go.
The Jackie
so
Chan
cool.
shit. We used to pretend that we had
But
those
at least you had
powers.
friends. We was dolly.
No, you know what? This. I just realized something, right? Only children are happier than people with siblings
Not necessarily.
In what way?
in being alone.
Some of them don't want to be alone.
We're able to be alone.
I don't know.
We know-
I don't know about
we're
that
known what
generally.
loneliness is.
Yeah, I don't know about that
generally.
You don't know what true.
I love being alone.
I love being alone too.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
were forced to not be alone for most of our lives.
You
That's
don't
awesome.
like being alone.
Me?
You don't like being alone.
I can be. I'm
Are you
chilling.
stating that or are you calling her out on it?
calling out, stay in it.
Oh, well,
There's
is
a
that the same
difference.
thing?
No,
Is
no,
it
no, no.
stating?
Are you, if you're stating it,
What
it
was
means
the
you know
tone
that that's
that
a
you meant?
fact. But if you're calling her out on it,
Well,
then
you like to do group activities a lot.
Yeah, but I also appreciate my alone time.
Oh,
Like I can, like if you leave me alone at the house, I'm good. Leave me for a weekend. Leave me for a
but
week.
like, would you go like to like a movie or go to a
Oh, yeah, I
concert
love
by
that.
yourself?
I love
I've
that.
done it. I've done both. I went to
love that.
Gov Ball one year by myself. I went.
Whoa,
I've gone-
girl,
Damn,
that's
you
not
went to
that's
a
not
whole-
that's a
that's-
festival.
That sounds dangerous.
No, not Gov Ball. Gov Ball's
By
not
yourself?
Gov Ball's
I don't-
not.
As a girl, I don't know. It
Like
was
Burning Man or something like that, maybe. But like Gov Ball's like
I've never been to Gov Ball.
there's like cops everywhere.
Time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
like-
I was worried, but like no one wanted to come with me or could afford to come with me. So I said, "Fuck
Yeah.
it. I'm single now. I'm gonna go alone." And I met a bunch of people there and made friends. So
That my first time traveling alone to Hawaii, like on my own flight, I went to Hawaii by myself.
that's so cool.
And I was just like, I'm not booked because originally supposed to go with a girl.
Mhm.
It didn't work out for whatever reason. And then I was like, oh, who wants to go to Hawaii? And I was like, oh, we want to go to Hawaii. So I'm not gonna base upon how I move on other people. And after that, I started traveling like by myself, like
There you go.
like kept going different places, yada yada yada. Because like I don't want to base my life on how someone else moves to the earth, unless you're my kid.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know, if
that's
you're my
different.
kid, that's different. Well, I gotta be where my kids at.
That's
you know what I'm
different,
saying?
yeah.
That's why I don't have a cat or a
Different
dog.
vibe.
I got a dog. That's a cat.
That dog is a cat.
speaking of,
Cat dog. Cat
speaking
dog.
of animals, though,
Cat dog.
how long have you been vegan?
Been
Vegan?
Yeah.
Oh, you got money.
No, I don't. Tofu's $2.49 a block.
Yeah, but like everything else, you have to.
Nah,
like,
rice is free.
Vegetables?
Vegetables is cents on the dollar. You know what's expensive? You've fallen for the industrial meat complex. Think that veganism is expensive. Now, if you out there going trying to get some vegan restaurant, you gonna get robbed because they know you're gonna pay
Yeah.
because your options are limited. But home by cooking at home, veganism is might be even cheaper. Depending on how much is a carton of eggs?
Expensive.
How much is a gallon of milk?
$7.
How much is a
What?
pound of
Depends.
beef?
What eggs are y'all buying?
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
Nah, it's
we're
like
not buying
$4.
like cheap.
No, we're not.
We're
Yeah,
buying, like, the
he's
four-
not buying
$4.
chicken periods. He's buying eggs.
Yeah, I'm
You're not buying what?
Chicken periods. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm buying
That's
the
what it
four. I'm
is.
buying the
Oh.
$4.
I know.
Yeah, the $4
The
ones.
$4 for like
Yeah, I don't know if you want those eggs, bro.
man.
That might be why your ankles messed
all
up.
the food is.
And you guys listen. You gotta understand,
Listen, all the food in America is messed up right now.
Hold on.
anyways,
Right.
okay.
hold on.
Right.
The food that you put in your body is the building blocks that you walk through life
here we
in. So
go.
if you
Fuck
put
it.
it in trash, your body's gonna be paper mache.
This is the guy from Scott Pilgrim.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
you got
Listen,
those vegan
I'm-
powers?
compared to my non-vegan constituents and contemporaries and people around the world, I'm doing way better than a lot of people.
Okay.
High energy, don't got any injuries. Bright-eyed. It's just like
Bright-eyed.
I got the Gojo eyes. So I've been feeling pretty great. I've been doing it for like 12 years. But what got me to go vegan was because I just can't stand it. So it's like I don't
wish I could, man.
Yo,
Was
you
it
could.
anything in particular that
Hold
was
on.
like the tipping?
You could. You could. You just choose not to. Don't be the I wish I could guy. Let me ask you.
no.
Let me ask you right now.
ahead.
Let's get dark.
Let's do it.
All right. Boom.
I'm ready.
Slavery's back.
Okay.
Slavery's back. You saw something's wrong with slavery. You gonna stand up? Or you gonna sit down because you wish you could?
What is the
Wish you could get up. Wish you would have marched. Wish you would have marched. Be real with me. Keep it real with me.
Wow.
Why are you quiet right now?
Wow. No, you know what? Because I never because he's trying to say like are you gonna stand up for something?
Yeah, like
That
you
you're
stand
saying
up
that's
for
wrong.
what you think is right, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And you stand against what you think is wrong.
I hear what
So
you're
if you think it's wrong,
Danny just wants to eat his mac and cheese.
which is fine, but don't ever say I wish I could because you could.
because
Valid.
You're choosing not to. That's
right.
willful
True.
compliance. But it's
you're right.
it's I when you understand what goes into factory farming and everything about it, and you see it, you've around it, you've gone to a farm, whatever way you get your information on, you realize like, hey, this isn't really that cool. The reason why you don't think it's cool because you're so far removed from it that like you're like, oh, whatever, steak is steak. But like the process of getting steak is like cool. You just fucking took a calf and just hung it up and shot it in the head. Or B, this is getting graphic, sorry. The dairy industry is the worst industry in the world because no animal lactates 365. Nobody, nothing does that. How do you do that? Keep somebody pregnant. How do you keep somebody pregnant? Take the calf, repregnate it, whole process, and they work for 6 years nonstop until they get run down. You just shoot in the head. Hey, thank you for your service. Poof, gone. The animal industry is terrible. So it's like personally, when I got involved in it, I was just like, nah, I just can't. I can't stand for it. And veganism is an ideal. It's not really a thing you can do because in every process of veganism, things die.
Mm-hmm.
So like you go get soy, things are gonna die in the crop field, right? Like there might be bugs, a squirrel might get caught by a thing by accident. Things just happen, right? So there's no truly vegan. If you're alive, there's no vegan diet. The closest thing to a vegan diet, right, is like lab grown meat. Because it's like, okay, cool, like nothing might not have to die to grow this thing. You just took like a blood sample and you just said, you just grew up, random food. But I look at it as it's just like I strive to limit my participation in something I don't agree with. So it's like that's why I'm vegan. I don't tell nobody to be vegan. It's not for everybody. I tell people, hey, incorporate a day where you just try to not eat meat because it expands your palate. There's a whole bunch of food you never had before. A whole bunch of different vegetables.
Touche.
Potatoes. There's so many things to eat in this world. And people are like, oh, I can't limit myself to a diet like veganism. Motherfucker, you only eat burgers, chicken, bread, and that's it. Like literally that's your basic ass cheese, not even like provolone. Like nothing different. Like, you're not going to the cheese shop. So like when someone tells me like, oh, it's so limiting, it's like no, because like I'm pretty sure if I spent 2 weeks with you, you'd eat the same thing every day. You wake up, you have your eggs, maybe you have some cereal. Fuck with cereal. All right, maybe you have some milk, maybe you have a burger, maybe you have steak, potatoes, some stuff like that. Very typical, rice, chicken, whatever. It's very limiting, So I'd say do it to just expand what you're, what you haven't had.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Have you found that difficult, I guess, being like Puerto Rican and being like a Spanish household?
No, the only thing that's funny is that every time my grandfather's just like, yo, you want to have some, bro, I'm vegan. He's like, oh, yeah, you still doing that? You've been doing this for like, I
As
see
a
you like
Hispanic,
every
it's
week.
hard.
Honestly, like as a Hispanic, it's super easy because so many of our dishes are around rice, beans. There's a lot of veggies and a lot of different things. So it was just you just took the meat out. You just took the meat out. Sometimes people are gonna put some salchichon. You gotta take that out. You gotta get rid of that.
Okay, so it doesn't bother you touching. It's just consuming.
No, so like I'm not a vegan where it's like, let's say we go to a restaurant right? They have a vegan option. Whatever. It doesn't have to be cooked on a separate grill.
Okay.
That's just like
That's just like
it's whatever. Like I'm not gonna because the amount of stress you introduce into yourself, just having to think, where are we gonna eat? Or are you gonna ever eat with
Stress
anybody?
of the staff working
Like,
behind there too.
Yeah, like they touch something. So like I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, the impossible meat touched the burger. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's just like that's ridiculous. So no, it's not like that.
Okay.
And normally when I go out with people, most places have a vegan option, at least in America now. But if you're in the coastal cities like New York, California, stuff like that, like the coastal places, and you'll be surprised. You go to Tennessee, like they have a place called Sluggo's. I don't know if it's still open. Crazy vegan diner, all vegan, insane. The only place it was hard for me the first time I went was Japan.
Yeah, a
So
lot
Japan
of seafood,
was
though. Right?
the seafood wasn't an issue. It's just like there's like you could get something with veggies, but it'd be like, oh, it's a veggie ramen, but there's shreds of beef in it. This is like, was this a veggie ramen?
Yeah, being a vegan out, let alone being a vegetarian out there is kind of difficult.
Yeah,
too.
now it's actually really easy. Like if you're in Tokyo, there's like there's a lot of amazing plant-based restaurants that have propped up like and soft, probably the best pancake I've ever had. There's like these big fluffy pancakes. They're so good.
You're going out there soon, right?
I'm going back again in February. Yeah,
where are you going in Japan?
So I've been to like all the major ones, so like Kyoto, Osaka.
How many times have you gone to Japan?
4 times. We're going on 5th one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
it'll be my 5th one, but this time I'm going right when the Winter Snow Festival's happening. It only happens in February in between, I think, the 2nd and the 12th. And if you ever go to Japan, it's one of the times to go to Japan because flying to Japan in February is super cheap. So put that on your little note if you ever want to go. And so you go up to north towards Sapporo, and they're pretty much have an area where it's like they built giant castles out of snow, like giant figures on all snow, and it's only there for that time period. Then you get rid of all of it. So I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna go see all that stuff. I'm gonna snowboard, and then go back down because my friend is getting married
in Japan.
No, he's getting married in the Philippines.
Oh,
so he's getting married in the Philippines, and I'm gonna go hang out. I'm part of like the whole ceremony, so gonna go do that, and then hop to Japan with all my friends and just like go chill in Japan again.
Nice.
Are you a good snowboarder?
Yeah, pretty good.
I tried to do it one time in my life. I ate shit.
I'm actually a better surfer than snowboarder.
Oh, both.
Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah,
I was about to say, bro, really think he both Johnny Tsunami 1 and 2.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
Yeah, surfing out of all the things I picked up in the last 5-6 years is probably my favorite. Like if I can choose, if I was in New York or not to be in California for work, sometimes I would literally be like in Hawaii or Puerto Rico surfing.
You ever see a shark in the water?
No, Are
you ever afraid of that?
No, I've gone cageless diving with sharks.
You've been cageless diving with sharks?
If you go to Hawaii, you go to the North Shore of Hawaii Net. You go to all the way up there.
Whose man's is this?
You go to One Ocean Diving. It's founded by Ocean Ramses on Instagram. She's an amazing creator. She talks about shark. It's when you see you, you're like, what the hell? Then they'll take you cage shark diving, and it's a dope company.
Have you ever done cage diving with sharks?
Nah, I just said
so.
Fuck that.
First time,
right in there. Get in there spicy, and I did it.
So you were around the sharks.
Yeah. So what happens
Did you
is
check your body for cuts before you went in there?
bro.
Because like sometimes you be having random cuts.
They're not that.
He got vegan blood.
So they know, bro. You saw when I walked in, Vegeta was like, he's valid. He's certified.
That's true.
I can feel the aura. The aura is enveloping.
The vibe check.
Spiritual
like-
pressure is going crazy.
Yeah, so how they do it is, and everybody's experience will be different, right? Because this is based upon like
Some people
your
get eaten, some people won't.
bro. Nobody. It's so rare. You have bigger.
is the
You have a bitter.
statistics?
Yeah,
The
so-
statistics.
statistic. It's like the lowest one. It's one of the least ways you could die.
I'm good.
You have more of a chance of getting killed in a car.
That's true.
So you go and they take you out. They educate you on sharks. Like, hey, when you're in the water, look at them.
Punch them in
Stay
the nose
above
if
them.
they come.
If they do come up, right? Stay above them because then you look bigger from the bottom up. A whole bunch of things.
Stay
They're
above.
probably gonna come up because they're curious animals. And if they come close, you can take your hands and you can like push them down. You don't push up because if you push them up,
The mouth.
so like it might trigger a bite reflex. Or they're trying to like just because it's just they're
Yeah.
primitive. You can move their nose because that whole organ is super sensitive. So they prep you on everything. Like, okay, and then you're out there with the divers, and then you're on the boat. You get in the water. This was my experience. Everybody else's can be different. And then they take you, and then they just like kind of like jettison you down. So what they do is that they find this current. This was my experience. They find a current where they just kind of chill because sharks have to always pretty much be in perpetual motion.
Yeah.
Or else they die because they can't irrigate water, air. So they take you to that spot and they're just like, it's a crazy little thing where they're just like in a tornado. And they're just like doing this. They're just like going in circles. And you can get as close as you want. It's up to you how close. This is your a perception of risk, and they might come up to you because you have maybe a GoPro out because electricity, stuff like that. But like they're just chilling, and you might see like a tiger shark if you're lucky, which is a super rare shark, or any other type of big sharks out there.
Ooh.
I did it in January, which was whale season, and when I got down there,
you'd be more scared of a whale.
No.
Which one's the one that eat people?
No, none of them
killer
do.
whales.
Unless no one survived. No one knows because no one's ever came back. If they
Killer
did.
whales, if they think you're one of the animals.
Listen, bro,
They've
I
never
don't swim, so I don't fuck with
There's
whales.
never been a recorded killer whale attack on a human outside of like
So we're just
SeaWorld.
calling it a killer whale just because?
Because it's the apex of the ocean. So like
of the ocean.
it kills.
So far. Remember, they're saying, listen, I already knew the aliens was in the ocean.
Yeah. They were cool.
I don't trust the water more than I don't trust space.
You don't trust the water? You go outside every day. You can get shot at any moment.
That's cool. Listen. I love this. I'm for dodging bullets. Going in the water,
Bro, no one's coming to get you.
He can't swim.
Oh, but that's like we could fix that.
man.
We could work with that.
We call that generational trauma.
I've never seen it. I've surfed like usually in Hawaii. I'll surf from like we call it Shark 30. This is like my group would go out like around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. We would surf at like towards nighttime because less tourists. And we'd start saying, "Oh, yo, it's getting 6 o'clock. Oh, Shark 30's coming up." People are like, "What do you mean Shark 30?" I'm like, "Oh, that's when the sharks come out to eat." And people be like, "Wait, what?" Like, yeah, it's when the sharks come out.
And
it'd
they'll start clearing out.
Yeah, they'll start clearing out, and then it's just me and a bunch of like local Hawaiian guys and stuff, and we just start surfing. And there'll be nobody there, and you'll have like for some reason it only happens. Shark 30 will always provide waves because
Bro,
waves
really
are
Twister
spreading.
Rodriguez.
But one time I was out there and I felt the vibe, and I was like, "Nah, I'm going."
It's
in.
not the vibe.
I felt the vibe. I saw a fish
At
doing.
least you kept it a buck. You're like,
No,
I felt this ain't the
Anything.
vibe.
I'm not worried about them, but you never know. And it's like you don't want to be like. Unfortunately, if you're on the other side of that, it could be critical.
Because you are from Brooklyn, you do have a fuck around to find out meeting.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I mean, because the thing is, when you're surfing, sharks pass you all the time because it's just like juvenile sharks. There's juvenile sharks usually at shore. They're passing you all the time. Whenever they do attack you, is because it's like either chasing something or it's like mistaken identity or something like that. But it's really rare. Like if you go to California, there was like one time a top-down shot. You might look this up on YouTube where literally it's people like surfing and there's like a bunch of sharks under them, and they're just like chilling. They don't really mess with nobody. But Jaws ruined us, so it's whatever.
All right. So we'll ask you one last question before we start.
Yeah, sorry, it yapped for a while.
Oh, listen, bro, we
We're
Yappers.
We're here for the yap. So I've been astounded kind of watching how much you know about the technology of it all. Because Kimmy, we talked about amongst ourselves, we have other ideas for okay, maybe we could do like a Family Feud type thing, and et cetera, et cetera. But working with you, I've gotten to see kind of like a lot of back end to what goes on behind it. So how did you teach yourself kind of this whole process of it all?
So what he's specifically talking about is like if you ever go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@SmileBomb, or you can look it up on TikTok. The types of videos I do or when I do get to do them, involve a group of people and involve like 2 or 3 cameras or more, bunch of microphones, lights. One of my most popular videos on YouTube is higher lower anime ranking, but every time they guess wrong, they get shocked. So everybody was wearing a shock collar. Did about like
Iconic.
156,000 views some on YouTube, but like a bunch of videos online that got a bunch of million views. And the production side of it, you got to have a cameraman for that, or you got to, especially because like I in my videos assume more of a position as a host, and I don't. If you're a creator who is starting a YouTube channel, I don't recommend this approach of assigning yourself as a host, because a YouTube channel, first keyword in YouTube is what? You. So if you're just a host and you're putting on the videos, and you can have these part of your formula, but the issue you run into as a creator to think about is that, are you selling the content or are you selling yourself? So if you ever say, okay, cool, I'm going to do a shock collar video, right? That's a group video. But then you go and you do like a vlog video. The vlog video might not do well because the viewership you got for that video was predicated on like a group vibe and a group setting. And they didn't spend that much time getting to know you, especially because time is really valuable when it comes to watching videos. So people want to be delivered things quickly, usually more succinctly. Time, it's kind of been changing a little bit now, but usually people want to be like, get to the point, what's the thing, blah, blah, blah. So like when you have like something like that with a game show, you can't spend that much time, especially if you're the only host, on yourself, which you're not always going to be able unless you're like Ludwig, Mr. Beast, people who have like clout, money, etc. You're not always going to be able to get a room together.
Yeah.
So if you're a creator trying to take this approach and you have nothing, no resources to offer to get people in a room, you're basing it on timing, goodwill, your friends saying, oh yeah, I'm going to pull up. It's really hard to make it sustainable. and I'll get into the actual production side of it, but I'm just laying this out so people ever think about doing this.
I mean, it's good to like kind of hear the back end because a lot of times we see it, we watch it, but you don't understand how much more difficult it is.
Yeah, it's like you got to think about like I personally am not going to edit my long form videos because they require a lot of time. And I know that the common denominator for me getting a video done is if I'm editing it and I don't want to edit it. I edit short forms for days. That's super easy. I just don't want to edit long form. I could do other things. So I'd rather pay somebody like $150, $250 if I can to edit a video, and that saves me a week of time or 2 weeks of time depending on the project. Which is 2 weeks time you could be working on. You could film the next video, next video. So and hopefully you get to a point where the channel like breaks even. Thankfully, most of my videos I recoup the exact amount I've spent on it. Yeah. Whether it be like $200 for the video and a couple of dollars for the props. Thankfully that's happened. So it's not like I went into debt making these videos. So to hit that point there, you need to be able to make videos on your own and figure out like how, like what is the content that's around you, because you'll end up in a situation where you're like, oh crap, I don't have 4 people. What am I going to do for this video? And that's going to happen unless you're at the tippy top. And at the tippy top, they run into that too. But, you know, when you're a small creator, yes, doing group content is fun and exciting and you can make it happen, do it, but do not make it your entire thing unless what you have is a group channel. My channel was being pitched as a group channel, but it's still my channel. It's not like our channel. Yeah. So like the incentive from like everybody is not necessarily, oh yeah, cool, I'll be in a video. And like, for example, we have a friend, Honey, Thousand Honey, like she's been a part of so many of my videos. I've gotten millions of views. She's gotten like, I think on YouTube, never made a video on YouTube. She has 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which like, to get a subscriber on YouTube is hard. Like from just being in videos and just other places like that. Sure, there's that type of value, but it's like, it's hard as a small creator. Now, the actual back end side of it in terms of production, I used to work at Casey Neistat studio. I don't even know what Casey Neistat is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
YouTube legend and GOAT. And I worked on the gaming side in 368. And being there, you learn how to just put things together pretty quick. Whether it be like sandbags, lighting, this, that, and the third. When I was in high school, literally one of the classes they offered was video editing. Which was crazy. My school was hippie as hell. I was gonna say, and I went there because I thought it was gonna have a pool. And they lied.
Here?
Yeah, it was here. Yeah, so my school was in Brooklyn, and it was like a hippie school in terms of like it was a new school, and they offered like a bunch of like classes like creative thinking, creative writing, video editing. They were teaching us like coding at 1.2. Oh, it was very ahead of its time, and it was crazy because the only reason why I went to the school is because they told me they had a pool. And they didn't have a pool.
Wow, they played.
So like I'm there, I'm like, oh, because I went to pretty much like I went to private school, like Catholic school. Growing up, every Hispanic kid goes to Catholic school. It's crazy. Yeah. So that we all had. You didn't go
public school.
Well, he's from Jersey.
Oh yeah.
They don't care. We don't. Who are you? So I went to a private Catholic school, and you know, after that, I was like, dude, I want to go to public school. My mom was like, are you sure? I said, because I could have went to like one of like the best ones, just because you could just pay your way into these things. And not that my mom had a lot of money, but they would, hey, this is good for your education. Yeah, so they'll scrape it together, right? I was like, it's like same, like, so I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I went to public school because I'm like, I'm done with that. I don't want to wear a uniform no more. I'm tired with it. So I chose to not go to like a really good school, to go to a gritty, like new school that was ghetto as hell. I mean, I was raised in Brooklyn, but it was like super ghetto. I told you the school was by. They had a precinct in this school at the time.
Holy shit.
Insane. I'm like, these kids got stabbed. It was crazy. And I went to the school just because they said they had a pool, and they did not have a pool when I got there. They said, oh, we're building it. It's on the roof.
Wow.
That thing didn't exist.
Played you.
And it was so fun. I'm like, damn.
You trying to go to Equinox.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, we got a pool. I'm going to go swimming.
You got eucalyptus towels in the school.
Nah, we don't got that, bro.
But video editing, that's huge.
Yeah,
I wish my school would have had anything like that.
And they taught us iMovie. It was iMovie. And it
was, at the time,
Yeah, it was iMovie on...
you get far with iMovie, though.
Yeah, you get some stuff.
Yeah, man.
And then, like, the whole back end of, like, shooting stuff, I've just been a part of, like, a lot of studio productions. So you just pick up things watching it, and, like, anything that you want to know, you can kind of just learn on YouTube. Thankfully now cameras are really good where it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you now. So like, you know, this camera is a really good camera, and like you don't need as much lighting. This is a lot of lighting, but like in general settings, like you don't need that much to get things done. And I mean, in YouTube, it's kind of like if you have 1 or 2 cameras, 2 cameras is a lot, but if you have 1 camera at least, and you have like a 1 or 2 point lighting system, you can kind of get a lot done. Like you even just put a light behind here, creates a background separation, which looks really nice on camera, which is something simple you can just do by getting a light strip for like $20. Yeah. A lot of it's super easy. I watched a lot of like film YouTube people too who were like, oh, this is like aesthetic lighting and
How
stuff
you do
like
this
that.
lighting in that one?
Yeah, so it's like that's how. And then just like the very first video I shot with the group setting that I like produced was my tier list video. So I did we made the worst anime tier list of all time, physical tier list board, and that's where I first met Rob. Got Rob, Honey, all of them. Honey actually wasn't in that one, but like a couple people in that one, and we were just in the basement of 368. Had a light. I had my boy film it, and then I had a camera right there in the middle. He had the second cam, and then like it just had like the colors and the long look, and then we shot that, and then even when I'm working with Rob, showing on his videos, like I'll help him produce his videos. Yeah. Oh, yo, do this, do that, da da da. All this, fix that. Like that's always how I'm thinking. Like
teamwork. Yeah.
I mean, it's something like when I see something be like you can make this better. I'm like, yo, dude, like, yo, do this, please. I don't know that answer.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's like it's a lot of insight because I mean, even
I'm trying to talk fast because we got limited time.
Nah, because I try to tell them like even when it comes to like the podcast on my personal YouTube channel, I've taught myself. Every single because when we was with Chin thought I like worked in production.
Yeah, because like, Chin worked in like the NBA.
Yeah, so like he's like, oh, I thought you like did like
this
creative stuff, and like I explained to her because she's a graphic design artist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I do.
I don't do.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not creative minded or anything like that in any way. So I've taught myself all this stuff.
I wouldn't say that, bro. Like,
well, I don't consider myself that. What I do is
that's every creative.
I try to take because I'm a fan of so much other people and what they do and how they put it together. So like. I watch a bunch of people on YouTube or even working with your stuff, like even being a fan of how you have made that. I'm really just taking everything I've seen you guys do and trying to like input into what we do. But like when it comes to just original ideas, like that's not my bag.
I used to be a massive film head and I used to watch movies all the time. So like I was always obsessed with movies, and that's like when people to go back to One Piece, people like One Piece's peak. I'm like, bro, there's so much stuff out there you haven't even seen. And a lot of anime fans, this is to riff on anime fans, they don't really venture outside of anime. Like hardcore anime fans don't really venture outside of anime. And like when someone's comparing, dude, this is the peak of peak, I'm like, I don't know about that one, bro. Like there's like sure, if it's like in this like very confined space, like this is peak of fiction. I'm like, is it though? Like, have you read A Song of Fire and Ice? Like that shit is fire.
Feeding for this sequel, bro.
It's like I'm feeding for it. Like
no, but everybody's inspired by something, you know, and that's how it starts, Corey. Honestly, you don't see yourself as being a huge creative, but that's how it is. Every creative is inspired by somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And the best director to watch to get into the mindset of being a criminal is Quentin Tarantino, because all he does is steal. God. All he does is steal. He steals shots. He steals shots. He steals the whole entire things for films. They make some American.
Oh, he steals mad anime stuff,
goat.
Honestly. Like when you go through that stuff, it's mad.
10 films, last one coming up soon. That's the GOAT. So if you need to see like, I mean, honestly, watching movies and just seeing like how they angle things will kind of give you the whole context of like what's interesting shot, how to tell a story, depending on what kind of videos you want to make, right? Like our videos are fairly simple. We can make them complicated. But like depending on what kind of storyteller you want to be in your space or niche, you know, you can find things you need.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man, you carried.
So you got my money?
We'll send it in Zal. You still owe me like $500 from that last video, so
there we go.
You know, you showered me.
The monopoly money.
I don't.
Let's just call it even for now. You know,
you know what? I'll have. Listen, I have an agent and a manager.
Yeah,
she'll be reaching out.
Reach out to my people.
She'll be reaching out.
My people is Danny.
Danny. Nah. So Danny, I just want you to know if I don't. No, you habla español.
Nah.
Do you habla español?
No.
Listen,
oh, so what do you speak?
No bueno.
No bueno.
Danny is actually our resident like non-Spanish person.
Oh,
he's not a Sabo. He speaks Spanish.
He's not Sabo, bro.
No, I do speak Spanish.
He speaks Spanish. He just don't know what Goya is.
No, what?
Goya?
I know what Goya. What are you talking
Salinas.
about? It was that red drink. It was that red drink that I didn't know what it was.
Malta?
Malta.
With a little bit of ice cream, a little bit of You ever tried Malta with ice cream?
Oh God!
Oh my God! Hold on, real quick. Struggle combos. When you don't got Coke or Pepsi, you get the Malta. You pour it on top. That's gonna be good.
And on that note, make sure you guys subscribe to SmileBomb on all his YouTube channels. Make sure you
appreciate it. You don't got to, but if you want to check it out, watch it.
Thank you again for coming through. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me.
So on that note, y'all, later.
See ya.